Peace and greetings to you. This is Amuna Yisrael, affectionately known as the First Lady of Debate Talk for You. I have enjoyed coming to you week after week, season after season, growing together, speaking about the difficult topics, investing the energy, time, and effort with our brothers and sisters on the panel. Today, I would like to come to you with an opportunity for you to invest in something that I've been working on and that's near and dear to me. It's called the Yummy Cottage. You can learn more about it at www.gofundme.com/the Yummy Cottage. We're currently fundraising so that we can get it off the ground, and your help would be appreciated. Once again, www.gofundme.com/the Yummy Cottage. Check the link in the box and hope to hear from you soon.
Don't touch that dial. You're now listening to Debate Talk for You Radio.
Hey, what's going on? This is Felix, also known as Enoch, student at Absolute Bible Truth, and I'd like to give a big shout out to Sal Showtime and Debate Talk for You. I'm a frequent listener, been listening since season 1. Keep doing your thing, and for everybody out there who can hear this, send in your donations so Debate Talk for You could go on for a long time. Alright, y'all. Peace.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? Welcome to another show. You're now listening to Season 8 of Debate Talk for You Radio. I'm your host, Sal Showtime, and welcome, everybody, to The Lion's Den. Once again, you're officially inside the Lion's Den, where we have the best debates in the world via internet, via Blog Talk Radio, and we have the best special guests to bring forth the information to the masses out there. So like I always say, get your pen and pads ready, take down some notes, and make sure you call in. That number, by the way, is 319-527-6239. Today's debate is entitled, Is the Prophet in Deuteronomy 18 referring to Joshua or Jesus? Excuse me. Once again, today's debate is entitled, Is the Prophet in Deuteronomy 18 referring to Joshua or Jesus? Just let the audience know, I spoke to Joel about maybe 20 minutes ago. He's going to be a little late, due to a family emergency, but he let me know he's going to try to get here for 8:30. So in the meanwhile, I have a few things lined up to kill some time. In the process. But again, I appreciate the people out there that's tuning in. I see people pressing number 1 already. People pressing number 1 already. I appreciate the family out there that's pressing number 1. If you're new to the show, this is the show where you can call in with your questions, your comments later on during the public Q&A segment of the show. All you got to do is dial that number. Once you dial that number, you press number 1 and stand by for the public Q&A portion of the show. Trust me, we have a lot of people that press number 1 in advance. So if you want to let your voice be heard live, you got to press number 1. You can hear the entire show via phone and via Skype, by the way. For those that are new, you can still hear the show over the phone, via phone and via Skype. Just press number 1 and wait patiently for the public Q&A portion of the show. But in the meanwhile, let me just introduce the special guest that's here already. Let's introduce my first special guest. He's one of the debaters that's here live tonight on Debate Talk for You. He's been here from season 1, and he is back tonight. This is Brother Josh. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Shabbat Shalom, Sal Showtime, and Debate Talk for You audience. I feel blessed to be able to be here tonight. My condolences, sincere condolences, go out to Brother Joel. I hope whatever trial or tribulation he's going through, it passes and everything turns out okay, so he can get here and present his view of this thing. I've been looking forward to this ever since he put out the challenge that he wanted to talk about this particular topic. Me and this brother got some history, so I think it should be very interesting. But that's pretty much it.
All right. Once again, that's Brother Josh from Absolute Bible Truth right here on Debate Talk Radio. As always, I have his information in the description box if you want to reach out to him or you want to, have any further questions after the debate. And, of course, I have Joel's information as well in the description box for those who want to reach out. Like I said, Joel has a family emergency. He's going to try to get here for 8:30. So, in the meanwhile, what I'm going to do is going to bring in my brother Zadok right now. Zadok, welcome to the show.
Yo, what's percolating? What's popping? What it is, Sal? What it is, Josh? What it is, Debate Talk for you?
What's going on, man?
Zadocalypse.
Yeah, man. Thanks for inviting me on, man. God bless, man. I will mirror Josh and just sending out, man, prayers and well wishes unto Joel. I don't know if it's something with him personally or a close friend or family, but we are human, we are mortal, and we understand life is life. And so, we're not here really to debate for strife. We're just here to try and be on top of God's word. I'm not even a part of the debate tonight, even though I could have been. I'm not a part of it. So I'm just here to support, and I just hope that he is able to make it here on time. You know what I'm saying? Because that is important.
Yeah, most definitely, man. We appreciate you. Well, by the way, the reason why you're here is because, this whole thing started, via YouTube, and just to, kill some time until Joel gets here. Why don't you let the audience know how this all got started?
Well, first of all praises due to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the true creator of all life. And we just thank him for his mercy he's given unto us through his revealed salvation in the person of Yeshua HaMashiach. Basically, I got hit up about almost 2 weeks ago by my brother Sal, who had shared with me a screenshot from his phone of a comment on his YouTube page. I forget what the particular. Actually, I think it may have been on the last hot seat that Brother Josh did, and there was a comment left by Brother Joel. Now, I really hadn't seen too much from Brother Joel. Not saying what he is or isn't doing. Just from my limited view on social media, I hadn't really seen him active as far as teaching or debating or anything of that nature. But there was a message left by him to you, Sal, to kind of send a message to me and Josh, and it was, hey, I want to debate Josh and Zadok together along with me by myself. Not even a 2-on-2 debate. Brother Joel versus Zadok and Josh on the topic of who is the prophet in Deuteronomy 18, and I was surprised. I was like, where did this come from? You know what I'm saying? It's almost like I don't know. I didn't know how to take it, so I didn't know if it was serious. But then when Sal was like, yo, he's serious, I said, well, let me be a part of let's sit down and see what this is about. So we got on the phone about a week or two ago, and basically he was like, yo, I want to debate the two top contenders in the Debate Talk for You platform. Josh is, by the people's choice, as far as I understand, Josh is considered the top debater in this arena, and I'm considered a close number 2. So with that being said, I told him, and I wasn't saying it out of arrogance. I was saying it out of the truest nature of my heart at the time, bro. In the arena of debating, I don't see enough work from you for me to even take the thought seriously that Josh and I need to team up together to debate you on anything. I said, I'll debate you on this topic alone, or if you prefer, Josh can debate you, seeing you two were a part of the same ministry at one time. But I don't really think that it's going to serve any kind of edifying purpose for us. What do we get out of it? Nothing. If you somehow even gave an admirable presentation, people would say, what about it? So my thing was, look, I'll debate you, or Josh can debate you. We got on the phone. He was insisting on it being 2-on-1. I wasn't feeling that. Josh wasn't feeling it, and he basically, kind of was like, well, like, what's up? I thought y'all would jump at it. And right there, I think he misread my character and Josh's character, because we're not in this thing for fame. I don't challenge anyone on Debate Talk for You. Even when Josh and I debated 5-6 years ago, I didn't challenge Josh, and Josh didn't challenge me. There was a mutual discussion among brothers, and it was suggested that Josh and I debate. So that's how Josh and I debated, and the Lord moved our hearts to be able to solve any open inconsistencies between us. And ever since that time, Josh has been one of the most respected by me debaters in the United States. period, okay? So at the end of the day, it's not that I wasn't willing to sit next to Josh, but whatever's going to happen tonight, Josh don't need my help to talk with Joel. And if the roles were reversed, I wouldn't need Josh's help to talk to him. So at the end of the day, he agreed. He was given a choice. And he said, well, if I can only debate one of y'all, I'd rather debate Josh. And so here we are, prayerfully.
Josh, yeah, can you hear me, guys? Yeah, Josh, if you want to say a few words, you can.
Yeah.
Again, we're just waiting for Joel to come on. That's how we're doing this. We're just trying to stall. Basically give him time so he can call in eventually. So we're just trying to kill a little bit of time until he calls in. But Josh, yeah, go ahead, you can say your piece.
Yeah, Zadok pretty much said it all. 100% accuracy in my opinion, and yeah, I mean I felt the same way when you approached me with this 2-on-1 challenge that Joel was proposing. I was like, I don't ever take on the role that nobody is worthy to debate me, because at the end of the day, a debate is nothing but the meeting of two conflicting ideas to see which one is superior. In the eyes of the people anyway. And I don't take on the mindset that anything I teach is superior to anybody else's without comparing it with the person. That's not my mindset. But in that same thought, I was like, with all the accomplishments that I have on Debate Talk for You, and all the accomplishments that they all have on Debate Talk for You, and all the accolades and praise that we get from the people for what we do, and we give glory to the Most High. It's not about us. Neither one of us has ever taken it upon ourselves, nor to my recollection, anybody has ever put forth a challenge. I think somebody told me that it's happened before on your show, Sal, a 2-on-1 debate, but if it did, I don't remember it. But to my recollection, nobody has ever made such a bold challenge and thrown it out there. And as I told the brother myself, I said, I think your grandstanding is not really necessary for you to do this. You could debate Zadok first and then debate me, or you can debate me first and then debate Zadok. And there's no reason for you to try to get us both at the same time. And the brother expressed to me, I'm not lying on him. If he calls in, he'll tell you that he said this stuff himself. Zadok is the witness. Sal is the witness. They were both on the phone. The brother accused me and Zadok of being afraid to do a 2-on-1 debate with him because he said the humiliation of our defeat would be twice as bad if he debated both of us versus he just debated one of us. And, if that's what he believes, and in a certain sense, I can agree with that. I mean, I can see some logic in that, and I told him that. I can see some logic in that. It would be pretty humiliating if one dude took out me and Zadok. That would be humiliating, or at the very least, humbling. You follow what I'm saying? But at the same time, though, I told him another way you can look at it is if you beat me or Zadok by yourself against one of us, one-on-one, then we can't make any excuses. I can't claim that Zadok was, impeding me. I've seen in real life, and some of y'all probably seen this too. I grew up in the hood, and I don't seen two dudes jump on one guy. And the one guy was putting up such a fight that the two dudes that were jumping him were bumping into each other and even making mistakes and hitting each other. You know what I'm saying? So in some scenarios, ganging up on somebody can be more detrimental than to your advantage. So Zadok has his teaching style, and I got my teaching style, and on a singular level, I think both of our styles are effective. But if we just try to double team somebody, then we might be stepping all over each other and cutting each other off and, things of that nature. Now, that's not to say we couldn't get together and rehearse so we can be more organized and all that. But I was trying to tell Joel that, if you beat one of us, or you are seen in the eyes of the people that you held your own against one of us, then neither one of us will be able to make an excuse. It'll be like, yo, you came against me or you came against Zadok, and at the end of the day, you stood victorious. I can't use Zadok as a scapegoat. You can't use me as a scapegoat. I can't be like, if I was by myself, I would have been able to get more out, and Zadok was bogarting the conversation. He won't be able to say that about me. And, finally I was like, why do we have to do all of this anyway? I mean, why can't, we just have a simple one-on-one debate? I've been challenged by many people. I've never put out, I think I only challenged one person, and that was my departed brother, Minister DeAndre. I think that's the only actual quote-unquote challenge I've ever put out, But that's the only person I've ever challenged, And I don't like all this, grandstanding and all this. I'll take you all on because I'm not here to glorify self, I'm not here to try to pump myself up. I'm just here to put out my view. And if the people like it, praise God. If they don't, hey, what can I do? It's my view, is what I get from the scriptures, just like it's what they get from the scriptures. But I don't want nobody to come on here and think like, there's an open ring and I just jump in the ring and like, who wants some? Now I have challenged people in classes to call in and debunk the information if they think I'm saying something wrong. But I've never just hit Sal up and like, Sal, pick out two fools and I'll take them both out. I ain't never did nothing like that because to me, I can't say speak for Joel, but to me, that is not operating in the spirit of the Most High. That's operating in self-glorification and trying to puff up self. That's just my opinion. The brother said, Joel said that's not why he was doing it. I can't say that's why he's doing it because he said he's not. I'm not going to call nobody no liar. Maybe in his mind, that's not how it's looked upon. So, when he gets here, maybe he can go into more detail about how he felt about that. But to me, it really don't make no difference because I am not about to tag team and gang up on one person because, as Zadok said, I feel that either one of us is enough to adequately defend our view on this without the aid of the other. So that's pretty much my view on it. And, like I said at the beginning, I love the brother, and I hope everything's going okay with him because, I love to get in here and dialogue with him. But that's it.
All right, family, once again, that number to call in is 319-527-6239. Is the prophet of Deuteronomy 18 referring to Joshua or Jesus? Special guest Joel basically has a family emergency. Somebody's in the hospital, a relative of his, and he said he's going to try to get here for 8:30. We're trying to kill just a little bit of time, give him some time to come in. But, of course, he's going to either text me or call me behind the scenes and let me know what's going on. We did try to actually see if we could reschedule, but I told him, as far as December is concerned, it's all booked. It's locked in already. And after I got to let y'all know, after the 22nd of this month, we're going to take a 4-week break, family, like we always do every year. We take a 4-week break. So the 22nd will be the last show, December 22nd. That's a Friday. December 22nd will be the last show before we take a 4-week break. And we'll be back in January. That's Monday, January 22nd. But in the meanwhile, Zadok, in regards to the topic, is there anything, do you want to say basically what your stance is? This is briefly, on the topic, is the prophet of Deuteronomy 18 referring to Joshua or Jesus? Okay.
Well, I'll say this for those of us who read the Tota Scriptura, which is the totality of Scripture. At the end of the day, the apostles definitely applied Deuteronomy 18 unto Christ, even unto the point that the people, when Yeshua asked the disciples when they were outside of Caesarea Philippi, Jesus said, "Who do men say that I am?" In modern terms, what's the word about me on the street? Who they think I am? And the disciples said, some people are saying that they believe you, John the Baptist. Come back, because John the Baptist had got killed recently by Herod. Some people think you might be Jeremiah or that prophet. And for anyone who does now I'll just say, I believe it's Jesus the Christ, a.k.a. Yeshua the HaMashiach, or people, Yahweh Shai, whatever you prefer, as long as you're talking about the son of Mary and Joseph, who was born in Bethlehem in the manger, all that good stuff, it's him, okay? And the apostles believed it was him. Paul, who was educated, as he said, a Hebrew of Hebrews. He excelled above all his countrymen in the religion of the Jews, meaning that today, what some of our Torah-only brothers would call the Talmudic or the Mishnah, Paul basically is putting it out there. I excelled over all my countrymen, and I don't think it's no one walking around today that would have been more educated in it by Paul, who sat under the most famous rabbi of his day, Gamaliel. And at the end of the day, Paul himself even understood Yeshua to be the one who that was applying to. Now, I asked Joel, was he aware that I asked him, in the Torah-only community, do all of your Torah-only brothers who you may have relationship with, I don't know who he talked to or built with on a regular basis, But in the Torah only community, do you all believe it the same? And he said, well, he's not necessarily sure what everyone else believes, but he was just going to bring what he believes. So I just want to say for the record that he said that in the discussion, and I also want to say for the record that for anyone who has been listening to Debate Talk for you long enough, you know on this platform, many Torah-only brethren have come on this platform and have used that scripture. Some say it's Joshua. Some have actually said it's referring to all the prophets except Yeshua of Nazareth. And some, if you get into the Talmud, you got some rabbis saying that it's referring to Hezekiah. Some said it's referring to Jeremiah. Many others. All I can tell you guys is we who are so-called Messianics believe that it fits perfectly Yeshua of Nazareth, and I'll leave it there.
All right, Zadok, I appreciate you for calling in, man. Help me to burn some time until Joel gets here. Anything you want to say that's what's going on with you, man? Anything you want to put out there, man, as far as what you're doing right now?
Well, peace and blessings to y'all. Right now, I'm actually in Miami. I'm on the last week of this Pray for My Hood tour. For those of you who know I do music, I have a new project out right now called Caterpillar. You can find it everywhere. You just type in Zadok Caterpillar, and it'll come up. And right now, I'm just on this tour. I've been on a mission trip for 3 weeks. I've been going to some of the roughest neighborhoods in the United States, doing events, praying with brethren, just talking with various church groups across all denominational lines about the need to get out into the street and preach the gospel and to actually be accessible to the people. I think it's too long that even whether it's the Hebrew community or the regular Christian community, whatever, people who claim to be followers of Christ, we be talking all the time. And that's fine. We got to talk about what we believe. But Yeshua said that those who are my servants will do the same works that me, their master, does. So all I can say is whatever you understand the works of Christ, your master, to be, I pray that you ask God to use his Holy Spirit to move your heart and to put you in a situation and with the right people so that you can be effective, because it's a lot of fatherless children in our communities, a lot of widows, a lot of sick, a lot of men and women coming in and out of prison cyclically, and we know where we live. The worse the poverty is, the more people find themselves wallowing in their sin, and that's why our communities are full of what people call crime. Crime is just modern code word for sin. So I just want to encourage you all to be about your Father's business. Amen. So with that, man, I'm gonna sign out. Thank you, Sal, again, and Josh, man, do your thing, man. God be with you, bro.
Praise God.
All right, family. What we're going to do is going to take a few minutes, play some intermission music while I try to interact with Joel, see what's happening. And family, do me a favor. Just send your prayers out to Joel. Send your prayers out to him and his family. I believe in that prayer. You know what I mean? And pray that everything is okay. It's not it's not really bad. Whatever's happening, and hopefully that he can make it here as well. But pray for definitely health and strength for his family. And anything you want to say, Brother Josh, before we take this intermission break? You can say it now. Yeah.
No, I'm cool, man. Let's just I do have a question. How much time are you gonna give them before we decide what we're gonna do from that point? I wanted to just know that. You know what I'm saying? Like how much time are we gonna give them? Because it's already after 8:30. I'm not impatient or nothing, because you know me, I go all night. I'm just saying, I'm just wondering, and I know other people are wondering. I got people texting me asking me, is it gonna still be a debate or what? So I just want to have the people informed. I know a lot of people listening in right now is wondering the same thing. Like, is this thing gonna happen, or is anything gonna happen, or what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna give them like maybe 10, 12 minutes. Try to come in, hope. And I'm going to be trying to, talk to them, see what's happening in the background, but give them like, more or less 10 minutes or 10 to 12 minutes.
And you can tell them too, Sal. Yeah. And Sal, you can tell them, I said, look, if it were me, and I'm saying this in front of everybody can hear me say this. If it were me, I would postpone the debate. If you got a sick loved, if my mom was in the hospital, I would call Sal up and like, Sal, even if I can make it on time, my head is not really in this right now. I can't perform at maximum capacity. I don't want to debate against a worried, distracted Joel. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that. And I'm pretty sure he wouldn't want to debate me if I was like that, because he don't want me to be like, you only won because, y'all seen that movie Rocky 3. Y'all seen how when Rocky was going against Clubber Lang the first time, he was worried about his trainer, Mickey. Mickey was suffering a massive heart attack in the locker room. He walking up to Clubber Lang, he like, I wonder how Mickey's doing. And he got the crap beat out of him. So I don't want to debate against Joel if, his mind is distracted by, a tragedy with a loved one. Because if the role were reversed, I would counsel the debate, or I would come on and I would tell Joel over the air, look, no excuses. I got somebody in the hospital. I'll see you in a month, because Sal say he's booked all December. So if he still wants to do this, even though he knows that he ain't going to be able to operate at his best because, he's worried, and I wouldn't hold it against anybody, then he just need to just say that and not try to just, how if you watch wrestling, pull a Ric Flair, Ric Flair bloody, beat up, still trying to make it to the ring, you know what I'm saying, and do his thing. It's admirable, you know what I mean, but it ain't necessary. Let's do this thing and let's do it right, So just kind of relay the gist of that message to him, and if he still insists on doing it and he's saying he can be here, then I'll be here waiting for him. But if he understands and, that makes sense, then just hit us back and let us know. That's what I want to put out there.
All right, no problem. So I'm going to interact with him, in the background, see where he at, where he stands right now. And like I said, just pray for your brother. Hopefully everything's okay. And we're going to take an intermission break, family. And meanwhile, though, everybody on social media, you can share this on your personal page. Let people know that Debate Talk for You is live and on the air. And you know that number by now. It's 319-527-6239. So I'll keep you guys posted. We'll be right back after these messages. Stand by. We'll be right back. All right, family, we are back once again. This is Debate Talk for You Radio. For those that missed the earlier portion of the show, Joel has someone in the hospital that's not feeling well at this particular time, and actually he's texting me right now. Let me know what he's going to do. But I just want to ask the audience out there, family, if he's unable to make it tonight, do you guys want Josh to bring out his information tonight? Maybe like a mini lesson, so to speak. Or do you guys want to actually wait until January? And, of course, it's going to have to probably be another topic if Josh brings out a lesson on this particular topic here. But let me know, family, what y'all want. I'm going to go to the phone lines. Matter of fact, for those people out there, that's press number one, y'all. Press number one. I want to hear from the family out there. What do y'all want? Y'all want a debate in January with the same topic? Or you just want Josh to get into like a, maybe, bring out his information tonight, and we'll probably have a whole nother topic later on, or he probably just could give his brief stance on this particular topic for the night. I'm gonna go to the family out there. I'm gonna go to the audience out. That number is 319-527-6239. We want to hear from the family. It's all about the people out there. Listening to Debate Talk Radio. Give us your input. Give us your opinion on what we should do tonight. But I'm still waiting for Joel. Still waiting for Joel. I'm gonna let the family decide, basically. Hold on, let me just bring Josh back in real quick, briefly. All right, radio check. Josh, you here?
I'm right here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you now. So we're gonna, as you heard, we're gonna go to the audience out there. We're gonna go to the audience, see what they want to do, what they want us to do, in this particular situation. All right, so let's go to the phone lines right quick. And of course, family, you already know the rules. Keep it clean, y'all. Keep it professional. As I always say, keep it professional. Let's go to the phone lines. Let's go to 720-352. You're on the air.
Shalom. Can you hear me?
Hey, shalom. Yeah, what's going on, man?
Shalom. What's up? This is Davon. I praise to the Most High God of Israel. Shalom, Sal. Shalom, Josh. I think we should wait to see what Joel want to do, but Josh got a good point as far as somebody head being in the debate and not on their peoples. You know what I mean? But as far as that goes, I think we should see what Joel want to do in the first place. You know what I mean? But that's as far as that goes. This ain't gonna take away from my questions, is it?
I mean, no. I'm just
saying since I got to talk already. So that's how I feel about that.
Oh, not right now. We're just gonna go down the line and get the people's opinions on what we should do right now.
Okay.
But later on, of course, when you come back, if you do anything, your place is still there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay.
You're still in place. You're still in place, brother, on the switchboard. I got you.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to the next person, though. Let's go to Excuse me. Let's go to 315-863. You live in there?
Oh, yeah. Shalom, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on, man?
What's up? This is Ariel, a.k.a. Sound Mind. How you doing tonight?
Hey, Shalom.
I'm doing pretty good.
A.k.a. Sound Mind.
Oh, I feel like you should cancel the debate and cancel next week's class and put the debate on for next week, or move next week's class back.
Yeah, well, that's the problem.
Hey, what?
All next. Yeah. Say again? How about you?
What do you
yeah,
say?
I was going to say,
Yeah, what do
as
you
far
say?
as debate talk. Yeah, go ahead. Repeat yourself. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I can hear you, but I didn't understand. Like, can you hear me, Sal?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I didn't understand what he said. Like, I heard him saying, like, move something back. I heard his words, but I didn't understand what he meant. Like, what did you say again?
I mean, all right. This is one of the most anticipated shows of the December month. So I'm saying if next week's show isn't as popular as this one is going to be, can Sal move that one back and put y'all in that slot for next week so everybody can listen to the most anticipated debate of 2017.
Yeah, but that may not work for the people who are scheduled. Yeah, that may not work for the people who got that show scheduled. You know, when people take these debates, it's also based on their personal time schedules in which they can debate. You know,
no doubt.
You know, we don't want to inconvenience anybody else or make it seem like that Sal is favoring me and Joel over anybody else. Like, well, you know, their debate's more popular, so I'm gonna bump y'all back. Because I know that's how I would feel about it if you did that to us. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I understand your anticipation. That's my brother. You know, he at ABT, so you know he want to hear it. He want to get it in. So this ain't no attack on you, but you know, I do try to be considerate of how other people would feel by both mine and Sal's actions on this show. You know, if you were to do something like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that anyway, man. People got, you know, they schedule their lives. They schedule their lives getting ready for these shows. So, you know, I'm not gonna do that, man.
Right.
But like I told them, like I said, we booked in December, but we can make it happen in January. But I did get a message. I got a text from Joel. He is on the line right quick. I guess he wants to say to the people what's going on. Hold on 1 second. 678-814. You're live in the air.
Hey, yeah, thanks, Al. I appreciate it. Yeah, what's going on? And I'm sorry about the holdup and everything. I have a emergency with the family where I'm actually at the ER right now. So, you know, I just now got a minute to step away. So I don't think, you know, I don't know if this is the best time to, you know, do something like this. But it's just crazy how everything, you know, went down. But
it's no problem, man.
However you think we should go about it, you know, just let me know. Yep.
Joel, can I say something to you too, just to let the people know? As I said in the beginning of this show, I have a history with Joel, and without putting his business out there, I know for a fact that his relative and the condition that he or she is going through, it happened before when me and Joel used to interact. So I know this is not something he's making up because he's confided this to me before in the past concerning his relative and these medical issues. So I believe him. I'm just letting everybody know that when he tells you that. And Joel, you know what I'm talking about. When I
I know that you wouldn't just say, oh, he's this, and I know that's not what's going on.
Right.
So I appreciate that,
you know,
and I thank everybody, and you know that's cool. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Right. All right, Joel. I appreciate you, giving a minute or two to let the family know what's going on. And, of course, my prayers go out to you, man. And we'll just set it up another time, but it's no big deal. We'll set it up another time. I appreciate you, man.
Okay.
Most definitely.
No problem.
All right, man. All right, bro. I got you.
Y'all then? All right.
All right. All right, so, Brother Josh, you just want to, what you want to do? You want to give a stance on this pretty much, and then we'll wait till January? What you want to do?
Well, let's take, I try to serve the people. 2 people so far have said we only got one person said postpone it, and I can't really count Sound Minds, not because he don't count, but because of what he suggested can't be done. So I can't go by that. So let's say we take 3 more people, and we'll do a 2-to-1 vote, or however many people you want to do, and based on what we get from that, I'll go with that. That's how I'm going to roll. I'll go with that.
Yeah, let's go with the family. Let the family decide what they want to get done. And we appreciate, like I said, Joel for calling in and giving a minute. Let the audience know what's going on. And once again, like I said, much prayers to the to the family. Let's go to the phone lines though. Let's go to 516-469. You're live in air. What do you think we should do tonight? You think we should you wanna postpone to January? Got.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. 516. Got.
What's going on, Salve? Thanks for taking my call. This is James coming out from Brooklyn, New York. I was really excited for tonight's debate because I really like listening to Brother Josh. But like you said, Josh, and I really respect that out of you, and that's what I'm very confident in listening to what you're saying, that you know what you're talking about. Because most people wouldn't even ignore the fact that he has somebody sick in the hospital, but you take the time to be like, you know what, if 100%, I don't want to debate you. That's what I like about you, and I really. And to the brother whose mom is in the hospital, brother, I'm gonna be praying for you tonight. I would like to hear whatever you had to present because I like to hear you speak. I mean, you speak with such confidence and everything, and I'm edified every time you speak. So, if the debate cannot go on, brother. Preach the word of God. Thanks, Al, man. Keep doing the good work.
All right, man. Appreciate your input. Appreciate that. Let's go to my brother 8. Let's go to 813-240.
Hey, what's up, Sal? What's up, Josh? How y'all doing tonight? This is Chris Harris.
Hey, what's up, Chris? What's good?
Hey, what's up? What up, Chris Harris?
Oh my goodness, Josh. Well, I just want to say real quick, those are some wise words by Josh, what he said. Now, see, I said it, Josh. There you go. You happy now?
Oh, man. No, I'm laughing at when you said, boy, stop. I'm laughing at that.
Josh.
No, I'm laughing when you said, boy, stop, when I said your name like that. That's what I'm laughing at.
Boy, stop. I know you is. All right, but no, those are some real wise words by Josh. It shows, that he is a competitor, and you know what I'm saying, Sal? He's being fair. Honestly, I was waiting for this one all week. I stayed at work for some overtime so I can listen to it and enjoy myself at work a little bit more. I'm going to go home now. I was really excited about the debate. I think that we could just wait for Joel to put everything back in order, get his household in order, and then we have the debate. Josh, I'm still want to talk to you about that Jeremiah 23. You know I want to talk to you about that. And with that being said, shalom.
That's fine. I'll do a whole lesson on it just for you.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna take one more, just to maybe. Matter of fact, I got a whole lot of people press number 1 too, bro. Switchboard is lit right now. But let's take another one. Let's go to 240-731. You live in there? Got it.
Peace, Brother Josh, and Brother Sal, man. Shabbat Shalom, man. I would just say this is Brother Joaquin, by the way.
What's up, Brother Joaquin?
What's happening, my brother? Master teacher, what's going on? Hey, let's just postpone it because, that's only fair, man. It's only fair. Let's go ahead and postpone it, and I send all the prayers out to that brother's family member, whoever that is, that's in the hospital, and what you got? Brother Chris, man, stop. Okay? Just stop. You stop these challenges and all this. And, man, stop it, okay? Please. But with that said, man,
I'm gonna do a whole lesson for him on Zerubbabel, Joshua, son of Josedek, all of that. I do a whole lesson for him on that, and he can just call me and ask whatever question he wants.
Look at, man. Let me just say this one thing, man. And this is not a shot going out to the Tanakh only or whoever. Let's get on here and do some classes, man. All of these classes that are on here by you, Brother Zadok, Brother Stanley, and so forth and so on. Literally have done classes on these topics. Now, I hear a lot coming from these brothers, man, but I don't hear any classes. Now I even put it on Sal's YouTube channel, put some classes out there. That's all I ask for. You never know who you might reach. Put some classes out there, man. Stop just running off at the mouth and putting out your little information. Do some classes. Let's do some real classes. Get some scholarship put out there. But with that said, man, I mean, like I said, once again, man, to the brother Joel, man, we got prayers going out. ABT family, put for this man's loved one who's in the hospital, and let's postpone this thing, man. Let's just do it right. And that's all I got, man. It's brother Joaquin, man, out of Maryland, tonight.
All right, man. Appreciate you. So we heard it from the family, y'all. We heard it from the family. They want us to wait till January, and we're going to do that. Like I said, my love and prayer go out to Joel and his fam. Much prayers, much love to him. Brother Josh, last words, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah. First of all, Chris Harris just said something about he can't come back in. I think he meant to send that to you because it said Sal. Or maybe he sent it to me too because he wanted me to read it, but it addresses you. So I don't know what he means by that. Maybe you want to respond to what Brother Joaquin said. That might be what it is. But y'all know me. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't have any ill will for anybody. Y'all know I don't hold grudges. I don't bear no hate toward anybody. I try to forgive. I don't want to have any hate in my heart. You know, I was looking forward to this debate just as much as Joel was. You follow what I'm saying? So, you know, I know on a certain level, a lot of y'all are disappointed, you know, but it is what it is, you know. Now, what we could do, Sal, now I'm not going to do, like, we're going to postpone the people that spoke, and we said we'll do a best 2 out of 3, and the 2 out of 3 said that. But just to not disappoint the people, how about, I don't know, for like the next 20 minutes, I'll take a couple of calls and answer some questions. Let's just do that, you know what I'm saying? Kind of a miniature hot seat, if you will. You know, because, I believe in still giving the people a show. These people been anticipating this, so without giving away the debate information or anything like that, you know, and just postpone that to January, how about we take a couple of calls? Because all these people on the switchboard, and I know they got something they want to say. So let's do that. I try to deliver. You know what I'm saying? If I can. But that's up to you, Sal. That's up to you.
All right, well, we're not going to do the debate till January, so that's definitely a given. However, if you want to do take some questions from the family, we can do that. We can take some questions from the family out there. Again, family, listen, it's your time. You know that number, 319-527-6239. Special guest, Brother Josh, right about now. And I'm going to put this up on YouTube, of course. I'm going to, maybe tweak the title a little bit, change it up a little bit for the YouTube family. But the debate's going to definitely go down in January. Like I said, we appreciate the family's input, and I respect the family out there that's tuning into the show. All right, so let's go to the phone lines then. Let's go to 720-352. You live on air.
Shalom. According to Deuteronomy 18, Josh, in verse 21 through 22, it says, how do we know if a prophet is spoken, if this is coming from the Most High? Well, Luke.
You want me to read it, or do you want?
No, I'm just. I know you're familiar with it. You know what I'm saying? So It says if he says something that doesn't come to pass, pray to him, right?
Yeah, that is a false prophet if he makes a prediction.
Right. That nothing happened. Okay. Now, can you read Luke 4:7-21 and tell me specifically what was fulfilled?
Luke 4 and what?
17 through 21. Because this is a quote from Isaiah 61, verse 1 through 2. And we see a lot of stuff in Isaiah that don't happen, but he quotes this verse saying it's fulfilled in your ears. So I want to know specifically what was fulfilled.
Okay, Luke 4:17 to 21.
21.
It says, and there was delivered unto him the book of Isaiah, and when he had opened the book, he found the place where it was written, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. The anointed part was fulfilled when he was baptized. He was anointed with the Holy Spirit. That's when that was fulfilled. Preaching the gospel to the poor. That happened all in the New Testament. He told his disciples to go and tell John that the poor have the gospel preached to them. And the New Testament also testifies that he was preaching the poor, preaching to the poor or the common people. Then it says, he has sent me to heal the brokenhearted. The brokenhearted is another way of saying like the depressed or the downtrodden or people who don't have hope. Nobody can deny that in the New Testament, whether you believe what it says or not, that it states that Jesus gave the people hope with his preaching to such a degree that the religious leaders of the time got jealous of him and began to fear him. It said to preach deliverance to the captives. He's preaching deliverance to the captives. It does not say that he literally freed any captives. It says he preached deliverance to the captives. And in the Gospels, it often speaks of us being in captivity to our sins or to our lusts, a spiritual or metaphorical captivity, if you will. Then it says, and recovering of the sight to the blind. We know that Jesus both literally and physically fulfilled this prophecy, because you can read in the New Testament where he talked about people being blind in a metaphorical sense, and he literally put his hands on people and healed their actual physical blindness. You know, like the guy said, all I know is that I was blind and now I see. And it says to set at liberty them that are bruised. Again, this is talking about that setting. This is a repeat or repetition of delivering of the captives, to set at liberty them that are bruised. He told you, you will know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. That's what he said. And then he said to preach the acceptable year of the Lord. You know, the acceptable year of the Lord. That's what he was preaching, you know, in a sense, meaning that the kingdom of God is come unto you. But then he says, when you just go to verse 21, because, you know, he closed the book, he said, and he began to say unto them, this day is this scripture fulfilled in your ears. Now, what's significant about this is when you go back and read this in Isaiah 61, he stopped before he got to a portion of it that spoke of physical and actual deliverance and actual more messianic and apocalyptic sounding stuff. Now, had he read all of that part,
so he ripped some of it out of context, is what you're saying.
No, I never said anything like that. What I said was he partially fulfilled some, and he stopped.
But he said it was fulfilled in their ears, though.
Let me hold on. Let me finish. What scripture? The portion that he read. That's why he said. And he
keep going. Keep going.
Let me finish. Look, he says, and he closed the book. So if I'm reading a bunch of verses from a prophecy, and I'm reading, and I stop at a certain point, and I close the book, you got to pay attention to that part. Now, if he would have read the entire chapter and then closed the book and said, this day is this scripture fulfilled in your ears, then you got a point. That's false prophecy. But you can't say
hold on.
Let me finish.
He did read. Go ahead, Frank.
He did not read okay, why don't you turn to Isaiah 61 and verse 1? Why don't you turn that right there? Why don't you turn that right now? And you read it.
I'm there.
Okay, now you read it.
It says,
now you read it.
The spirit of the sovereign Lord is on me, because he has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim freedom to the captives, and to release from darkness for the prisoners, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor and the day of the vengeance of our God, to comfort all who mourn. So
exactly.
He took the part where it says to proclaim the year of the Lord and stopped. And the verse continues and says, in the day of the vengeance of our God.
So if he stopped, that's why he stopped.
Again, he ripped it out of context. He ripped it out of context.
No, that's not ripping. Ripping something out of context means if you say something and it means something completely different. That's the definition.
What's the year of the Lord's favor?
Context.
What's the year of the Lord's favor according to all the commentaries?
Bro,
I'll let you talk.
If you're going to ask me something, but you're asking questions. You can't ask questions, and then when somebody begin to answer, you cut them off. Ask your question. Okay, this is how you work with me, since this is the type of person you are. Ask a question, and when you're done, then say, okay, Josh, talk. So I can know I can speak. And then when I'm done, I'll say, okay, you talk. But you just hit me with a barrage of questions, and then when I begin to speak, you cut me off. So ask your question, please, and let me know when you're done, so I won't be interrupting you.
Okay, my bad if I interrupted you. In Isaiah 61, verse 2, it says to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor and the day of the vengeance of our God, to comfort all who mourn. So that part right there, he didn't finish that verse. So that's ripping it out of context.
Exactly.
And what is the year of the Lord according to hold on, let me finish what I'm saying. What is the year of the Lord according to all the commentaries? Is this a jubilee?
And first of all,
that's why it's talking about
that's
why it's talking about.
You asked the question. Hold on. You asked the question.
One at a time.
What's the year of the Lord? Exactly. You know, you asking questions. You're like, what about this? What about that? What about this? What about that? And every time I open my mouth, you ask another question. And then you make a statement and you ask another question.
I apologize.
First of all, okay, I understand, you know, you're anxious. That's cool. First of all, Jesus was not even quoting the Masoretic text when he said this. He was quoting the Septuagint. Are you familiar with that?
Where does it say that?
In the quote, the Septuagint was the first century Tanakh of the common people of the Hebrew Israelites. You know that, right? Or were you aware of that?
So you can.
Were you aware of that?
So what you're saying? So what you're saying is, you know for sure that that's the one that he studied, even though he was in the land of Israel. He couldn't have had an original Hebrew copy. He had the Septuagint.
No. I'm not saying that. No. What I'm saying is, I said the common people. They use the Masoretic text, right? They use the Masoretic text mainly for like Torah or synagogue service, which he was in the synagogue when he said that. But let me read this to you in the Septuagint so you can see that this is how it reads in the Septuagint. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me because he has anointed me. He has sent me to preach glad tidings, which means the gospel, good news, to the poor, to heal the broken in heart, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and recovery of the sight to the blind. That reads almost identical to what you're reading in the New Testament. That's the Septuagint. Then it says, to declare the acceptable year of the Lord. Now, if prophecy, and I can give you an example of this, in Deuteronomy 28, when you read about the curses that happened to Israel, right? They were not all fulfilled at one time. They were fulfilled in stages. So if you suffered back then, say if you were back then, and you suffered for one of the curses in Deuteronomy 28, what you would say is this particular curse is fulfilled. But if you kept reading and other curses that had not happened to you or the nation had not occurred yet, then you would be lying if you said this day the rest of this is fulfilled. So Jesus understood who he was and that prophecy is sometimes fulfilled in stages. So he read up to the point of what he had fulfilled, and that's why I said he closed the book. If he would have kept reading all the way down that whole chapter and then closed the book and said that this prophecy has been fulfilled, then you would have a valid argument and say, wait a minute, first of all, he didn't even fulfill all of that. That's why you have to pay attention to why he said he closed the book, why it says that.
Okay, well, when you're trying to say that this proclaiming the good news to the poor for the captives and to proclaim freedom for the captives, you're trying to say this is all spiritual stuff. But we know a Jubilee is not spiritual, is it?
We're not talking about Jubilee, the book of Jubilee.
And the reason why I bring up
the year of Jubilee comes every 50 years. The year of Jubilee comes every 50 years. So I'm not going to read
all the
book.
Are telling you. All the commentaries tell you that's what
I'm not concerned with no commentary. I'm not concerned with no commentary. I don't go by commentary.
About the captives. Hold on, let me finish. It's why it's talking about
who's
the
commentary?
Captives.
Who's
commentary? Bible Hub. I'll tell the audience do this. Go to Bible Hub. Go to Luke 4:19 and go to the commentaries and read all the commentaries. Now, I'll tell you the same thing because it's telling you a release of captives. Now, let me tell you the year of the Lord. But go back to Luke 25. I mean, not Luke, but Leviticus 25, talking about all these
one
things.
thing at a time. Okay. So you're telling me that So you're telling me that you go by every interpretation and commentary that you read on Bible.
I'm going by what it
commentary.
says. I'm going by what it says.
No. You just said
what was he referring to in the law?
Hold on, Sal. Hold on. You just heard this man say, everybody go to BibleHub.com and read the commentary. You just said that.
That's a reference. Why I asked. That's a reference. Yes.
No, that's not a reference. That's somebody else's opinion.
No, listen. And I told you I read the verse. The verse says the acceptable year of the Lord.
But you mentioned the commentary, bro.
What is that referring
to? Do you know what
commentary is? What is that referring to? I know, but
Sal, I got to go to the next caller. Sal. I can't do this, Sal. I can't do this. I'm sorry. I can't do this.
Hey, listen. You the guest, man.
This is what I said, and everybody heard him say that. The brother said, I've gone to BibleHub.com, so I know what he's talking about. But that is other people's interpretation of a text. That would be like me reading Isaiah 51, and I'm just using Chris Harris as an example. I'm not taking a shot at him. That would be like me reading Isaiah 51 and be like, go look at what Chris Harris think about that, and then try to use that as a point to try to say that it means that. Or I can say, go look at how Zadok does it. I don't do that when I'm breaking down scripture. I'm not going to tell somebody to go read the commentary, because I know this same brother who just called in, if he went to BibleHub.com and read a commentary that he didn't agree with, he wouldn't refer you to that. So don't come at me with the commentary of these people when I know that you don't believe everything on Bible Hub as far as the commentary. And on top of that, if y'all go to BibleHub.com, it gives like 5 different commentaries from 5 different people, and often they say different things. That's why I asked them, whose commentary? Which commentary should we follow? Because you got Matthew, you got Elliot, you follow what I'm saying? You got all these different people making commentary, and this brother telling you to go to BibleHub.com, and he has this combativeness about himself, and he understands what I'm saying, but he just want to be right so bad, he don't want to let it go. That's why when I'm telling him, like, dude, Bible Hub, are you kidding me? Seriously? Why don't I just, while I'm at it, Sal, why don't I tell all the Tanakh only Hebrews while we're doing commentary? When you read the Tanakh, if you got any questions, go to the Stone's edition and read what Rashi has to say. Go by his commentary, or go by Ibn Ezra. You follow what I'm saying? I'm not going to recommend that anybody go to no commentary to understand no scripture. That's an amateur move right there. That means you ain't done your own research. You're just going by what somebody else telling you. So, next caller, please, Sal.
All right, fam. Well, it's a Q&A now. Once again, that number is 319-527-6239. I see we have a lot of people on the phone lines. Of course, we're not going to get to every single caller, but we're going to get to as much callers as possible. And Josh, of course, let me know when you're done, and we can pretty much, wrap it up whenever you're ready. But let's go to the next caller, though. Let's go to 786-859. You're live in air.
Hey, Shabbat Shalom. How y'all doing tonight?
Hey, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
How you doing tonight?
I'm good. Hey, Josh, I heard you when you were speaking earlier, you made a statement, and I don't know if you got the answer to it, but I wanted the answer to it because I hope the brother is listening. So he could change his whole strategy up. But you said that you never knew if there was a 2-on-1 debate on Debate Talk for You, and actually it was when I first started listening to the show. Go ahead.
What I said was I heard one, but I wasn't sure if it was. That's what I said. I heard there might have been one, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah. It actually was, and I'm pretty sure Sal will remember when it was G-Man versus the Shut 'Em Down crew, and it was admirable.
Oh
yeah. That's what it was, and it was real admirable how you and Zadok, both y'all brothers, Most High got the spirit on y'all, how you broke it down and just was like, it's just not right, and it's not, there's no clause in it, there's no purpose in it. You understand what I'm saying? And to hear when the brother came on before the debate happened, and he was like, yeah, I called them out, and I wanted all 3 of them, and this, and that. And sometimes you have to wonder to yourself, are we here to edify the people, or is this like a show? Is this an amusement? You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to say that to you. Hey, Josh, I don't agree with everything you say. Probably 5% of what you say, what you say, I don't agree with. But other 95, you spot on, brother. Most High dealing with you, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
Praise God.
Shalom.
Yeah, appreciate that, man. Appreciate the call. Man, I got this cough. Let's go to the next person, though. Let's go to 24. Oh, that call dropped. Hold on. Let's go to the next person. Let's go to 240-731. Live in there.
Oh man, actually I didn't press 1, but this is Brother Joaquin again. But I didn't press 1 though.
Yeah, it shows a question mark on your name. Blog Talk. All right, so we'll move on to the next person.
Yeah, we'll throw you in there sometimes.
Yeah, it throws you in there sometimes. But, Blog Talk acts up sometimes. But if you didn't press 1, we'll just move on. Let us know, and we'll move on to the next person. Let's go to 601-955. Live in there.
Shalom, Sal. Shalom, Brother Josh.
Hey, shalom.
Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah. All right. All right. Good evening. I got a question for you. Now I'm here. I call into your Saturday show sometime. This Scotty and Jackson.
What's up, Scotty?
What's going on? Hey, I seen some of my brothers, some of your videos and some of your lessons, and they self-proclaim Hebrew Israelites, and they say they can't receive it because you don't have no fringes and you don't have no beard, and I just want to know what your thoughts is on that.
Well, I do wear fringes. So, first of all, every video
videos you sitting down,
exactly. So
down.
they can at least ask if they're telling you I don't have fringes. That's an assumption. I do. Well, I got a whole lesson on my online store titled "Fringes: The Friendly Reminder." Everybody, we even make fringes at ABT. Everybody who studies at ABT can testify that Brother Josh wears fringes, teaches fringes, and in some cases have even sold fringes. So strike one on that. Strike two, I cannot grow a full beard. Everybody cannot grow a full beard. That's one of the reasons why we call my brother Big Baby. He has a baby face. He can't grow a full beard. He can barely grow like a little mustache, and he don't cut that. He just get it like kind of like trim, but he don't cut that. I cannot grow a beard, So let's stop assuming that just because a brother ain't got a big old lion's mane, that he's not cutting his beard, that he's cutting his beard. And on top of that, I did a whole lesson showing and proving from the Tanakh that it's not a sin to cut your beard. I can show you where God told Ezekiel to take a barber's razor and to cut his beard. What about that? Right. So God is telling Ezekiel to break his own law? You follow what I'm saying? And other people have shaved themselves. It's the context of what they were doing and what they were doing it for when it's talking about your beard and stuff of that nature. Go back and look at the ancient tribes that the children of Israel were interacting with and look at the stuff they did to the side of their faces and the marks that they were putting where their beard would be. Look at that stuff right there. God was teaching them about that kind of stuff. God did not have a problem with somebody just shaving their beard. He had a problem with somebody doing stuff to the side of their faces. That's why in another place it mentions about you making a mark like between your eyes, make a cutting between your eyes. Why would anybody just do that? It's referring to these tribal things that these Canaanites, and you can still see this stuff in Africa. Go on National Geographic. You see people with cuts on the side of their face, right where their beard would be, on their chin, on their forehead. This stuff still continues to this day. So people will come up with reasons to not receive what you're saying. Even if I look at a Hebrew Israelite and it's some stuff that I disagree with that they're teaching, if it's not related to what I disagree with them on, I'm going to listen to the stuff they're talking about and see if they're on point about that. But what people will do, they'll say, well, since we don't agree on that, then I'm not going to hear nothing the brother got to say. Just like the brother who just called in said, hey, I don't agree with, it's like 5% of the stuff that I don't agree with you with, but the other 95, you on point. But for him to say that, he would have to be listening to the other 95. He didn't just get turned off when he saw the 5%. You know what I'm saying? Because for all they know, that part that they disagree on, I may have right. And in due time, if you keep listening, you may get some understanding. But you never just dismiss somebody from the beginning just because they doing something that you perceive to be wrong. But that's all I got to say.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what they say. They like, he ain't got the beard, man. He off, man. I don't know why you listen to it. I'm like, well, for one thing, he's sitting down. So how you know he ain't wearing fringes? So, it's just, I've been trying to get this question to you for a while, but I'm Sal, give Josh 30 minutes to go and edify the people, man. Just 30 minutes on this topic. Okay.
Now we're going to save it, bro. We're going to save it, man. Let's save it, brother. The people who have spoken. The people who have spoken, man. Got to listen to the people. You know what I mean? But I appreciate you, though. I appreciate you, man. No doubt. But once again, it's Debate Talk. The number's 319-527-6239. Matter of fact, my email is open, too, family. If you have any email questions, you don't want to call in, you're shy, you don't want your voice to be heard on the air, it's okay. Send me an email. DebateTalk4U@gmail.com. That's DebateTalk the number 4 and letter U @gmail.com, and I'll gladly read your question to Brother Josh. Like I said, he's taking a few questions, from the family out there, being that we had a show, but it didn't happen today. It was going to happen in January. And, again, he's just showing some love to the audience out there, answer some of your questions. I appreciate Josh for doing that. But whenever you're ready, whenever you want to stop, let me know. We can stop. And, we're just going to keep going for now, though. Let's go to the next person. Let's go to 813-240. You're live in there.
Hey, what's up, Sal? It's me again. What's up, Josh?
What's up, cousin?
You being silly, man. Hey, real quick, I didn't really have anything I want to say, but let me make this clear to anybody who hears me on the radio, and they might disagree with my stance. That's one thing. But anybody knows a Sal can vouch, and he'll tell you I'm more about peace than I am disagreement and brothers fighting one another. I apologize to Josh, and I brought many people to the altar to make their apologies as written in our so-called Tanakh only. So that's what I want to say. When I called up here to speak to Josh, I did not call up here to challenge him. I told him I wanted to talk to him. Josh, did you hear me say I wanted to challenge you on that?
No. What I got from you was, this is what I got from you, that at some point you didn't even state what format. You just said at some point, I want to talk to you again about that Jeremiah 23. You didn't say on Debate Talk for You. You didn't say on your show. You didn't say over the phone. That's all you said. So I didn't take it to mean. I didn't take it as a challenge. I just took it as a personal dialogue. That's what I took.
Correct. Now, just moving forward, because I am at work right now, and we got this huge thing we're working on here. I just want to let you know, just because brothers disagree theologically, don't mean that we have to be enemies. So I'm putting that out here now, and that's the reason why I didn't want to take certain debates in the past. Now, I would love to debate
Chris,
Josh on that.
Well, Chris,
go ahead.
Chris, here's the thing, right? And I got my brother Antoine on the line, and he can mute himself in anytime he wants to. You say stuff like this, and I hear you, but then, and I'm not trying to put you out there, but I got to be real as a brother to you. But then you go online and you say stuff on the YouTube channel calling Antoine my boyfriend and stuff like that, insinuating that we're practicing homosexuality or something like that.
Hold on. You ain't never heard me say that. Wait a minute. You ain't never heard me say homosexuality.
Antoine
no, I didn't say that.
No. I didn't say you said I said insinuating.
I've never insinuated. I've never insinuated that to Antoine.
So you've never called me. I read a comment where you called me Antoine's daddy. You called me Antoine's daddy.
Josh,
you said you got to get your daddy permission.
You always sunning him. No. You do. He do.
No,
that's how I feel every time. That's not homosexuality though, Josh.
Look, dude. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about something else that you said. I'm talking about. I'm just naming some of the.
I've never insinuated that. Wait a minute. Hold on. I've never insinuated that on him. That's why you can't name a comment.
Hold on one second. Antoine is on the line right now. He can get in and he can tell you.
He's always on the line.
He got to be on the line because I can't call in on Debate Talk for You. My number don't work.
I know. Your number don't work.
Right. It don't work, exactly.
Antoine.
But wait, hold on. I don't want to talk to Antoine. That's the thing. I'm only talking to you.
I don't want Antoine. Right. I don't want you to talk
as
to
men
Antoine.
As men know. Listen to what I'm saying.
Listen. Chris, calm down.
Listen to what you're doing.
If somebody tells me that you said something, I don't supposed to just be like, well, he said that, and you say no, you didn't. I'm supposed to bring the brother in to tell me, because one of y'all is wrong, mistaken.
Okay, I'm on the comment board right now. On the comments, I'm on the comment board right now. On the comments.
Or maybe I misunderstood. Right. Or maybe I misunderstood what he said. Maybe Judah Nazareth said it, but. If Judah Nazareth
didn't say that, and he's not here.
No, I said no. No, I know, but I can go on the board right now, the switchboard right now, under my last debate, and Judah Nazareth is on the cursing, calling ABT all kinds of names, calling me.
Is Judah Nazareth Chris Harris?
No, listen.
Listen.
Yes, so if you are with these people and you see, like, I wouldn't let Antoine, being that he studies under me at ABT, I wouldn't let Antoine go on social media and misrepresent ABT in that manner. I would say, Antoine, you can't be on social media talking to people like that, calling them out their names and all of that stuff. because he rolls with me, and anything he does reflects ABT and the brand. That's what that represents. So if you're down with the Torah Knights and so if you're down with the Torah Knights and you're seeing ungodly behavior, or if you are acting in an ungodly way yourself, then you got to understand why people will think a certain way about you, how you would say, well, I'm not here to cause any strife or anything like that, but at the same time, when we go on social media, we're seeing insults being heard unnecessarily. Judah Nazareth.
Okay, can I say something real? I'll give you that. Okay, let me ask you this real quick. While we got it. Okay, so I'm reading the comment board now, and me and Antoine wasn't even cussing at each other. It was this guy named Bo Fortress that came in there. No, I'm just saying, I didn't even say nothing nasty to him. I'm on the board right now. It was this gentleman named Bo Fortress that came in there, him and Messenger of Truth, jumping all over me what I said. And all I told Antoine, I said, here comes the dog barking. You know, I've always said that. When you only the one that got hurt is the dog. If you throw a rock at a pack of dogs, the one that's barking is the one that got hit. I always say that. That's not an insult. That's just a figurative language of speech. Me being figurative. I've never called somebody a homosexual. Antoine was on the thing calling Judah Naz that, because Judah Naz sat up there and said something about the lesson that you gave. And then Antoine came on there, and him started going at it. And the first thing that he said was a lesson that you put out there in social media calling Judah Naz a homosexual. And we don't have to go there no more about that, because y'all put that out there on my man Judah Naz. Did you or did you not do that? We know you did it.
Yes, he put that on himself. But wait a minute,
Antoine, but did you call him that? Did I call you a homosexual, Antoine? Yes or no?
I said, look. Go ahead.
It's kind of going into Antoine.
No, I don't know for sure if he. I know it's either him or Bleedo said that specifically statement about boyfriend and stuff. But Chris has said stuff in the past like, "Did your daddy send you?" And all that other kind of stuff.
But we talking about the past, right?
This is
on
the hot seat.
for that though.
No. This is on the hot seat. This is under the hot seat that I did. This is the stuff you're saying under the hot seat.
I don't see me nowhere. But I don't see me nowhere on here cussing you out. I'm looking at the thread.
No, I didn't say curse.
Nowhere.
Nobody said you cursed.
I didn't say anything insulting. I didn't say anything insulting. I'm looking at the thread.
Antoine, you talk, and I'm gonna read something. Antoine, you talk. I'll let you say what you got to say.
No, I don't know for sure if it was him or, but I know it's either him or, I'm not gonna say for sure. He said it, and nobody's saying that you call somebody. We're saying you call somebody a homosexual. That's not what you're saying. But when you say stuff, not saying it's either you or Bleedo. Look, I ain't know. It's either you or Bleedo. It may have been Bleedo. One of y'all said one thing, another one said the other one. But I was just sitting there because I was talking to the brother. I'm like, I can't see how people take this stuff seriously when they go online and conduct themselves. It's like you calling another man somebody's daddy. I'm like, dude, we grown men. Like, who says stuff like that? Who acts like that? And it's not just that type of.
Okay, here it is right here, Antoine, let me bring this up. I'm looking at it right now. This is what Judah Naz said. Oh no, the Torah Knights are quite awoke, proving all your Christians are in the Freemason lodge worshiping Lucifer and performing abominations. Whew. I proved that wasn't me in this weak video. Where are the ABT members' responses to them homosexual, Freemason, Luciferian rituals y'all be doing? Crickets, hold this L. Then you came in, Antoine.
He was saying that about us before I made my video, though, Chris Harris.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, I didn't say that. I'm showing your argument to listen. Okay, but Chris Harris didn't have nothing to do with that, and I'm reading it to you now. Antoine came in and jumped in. He said,
of the Torah Knights, though. Don't you get it?
Okay, but this is the Torah Knights. I got it. Wait a minute. See, you're not
saying anything against this behavior. You're condoning it. Okay. You're not saying anything. If Antoine was on social media,
y'all still got the video out there on my. Listen. Good, but you still got the video out there on my man like that, though, right?
And he made videos about me first. I'm not slandering him.
Okay,
It's true
but wait a minute.
what I put out
Okay,
there.
so can we both take them both down then? Can we both take them all down then if we won't have this to be worried about no more? Because I'm still trying to see whether I slandered anybody's name on here, and I didn't. I'm not going to let you sit up there and cut me off and tell me that I was slandering and cussing y'all out because I wasn't. That's not how I get down. I'll defend myself anytime.
Chris,
or I didn't even slander. I didn't insult nobody.
Nobody used the word slander.
I don't even do that. I let my work speak for itself.
What you said was, you said, go ahead and get permission from your dad. That's what you said.
After Antoine said what he said, this is what Antoine said.
Look.
I'm reading it. It said, Judah Naz, I sincerely ask that you let it go. We warned you before, now I'm warning you again. Please stop. We already exposed your homosexual activities, and we'll expose it even more. Keep it moving, my dude. And then Bleedo said, Antoine, stop it. Judah Naz, there's no letting it go. You cannot be a homo and teach Torah at this level. Everybody else commented. All I said was, did Daddy tell you to talk? Address the fact that he added to the text, or you yourself are in conclusion as a false prophet and a false teacher. That's what I asked.
All right, one at a time.
This is Judah Nazareth. This is your teacher. Let me read these comments.
He's not my teacher.
Don't sincere me. Hold up. That's who you study with. That's your guiding. That's your partner.
No. Get that right. He's not my teacher. The Torah is my teacher.
Partner then. I said that's your partner.
Okay, then you can say that. That's my brother, but that's not my teacher.
I corrected it. Okay, I corrected it. Calm down.
All right, y'all. Shabbat,
you gotta
y'all.
keep.
Come on now. Shabbat. Chill.
Okay, this is what it says. This is Judah Nazareth. Don't sincere me nothing. I'm made to chop skulls. You can't expose all you like. The public ain't going for you Luciferians BS. This is something that Judah Nazareth was lying on me about before you probably even knew of him. He was making videos. That's why I made my response video. That dude was doing like 2 or 3 videos. In fact, after my hot seat, he did a video with your name in the title. And the video was titled, Chris Harris, Chris Harris speaks on, or something like that, of the ABT Luciferian worship or something like that. That's your name in that title. You're doing a show with him calling us Luciferians, meaning we worship the devil.
Wait a minute.
But
now, let's continue on. Wait a minute.
No.
One more time. Wait a minute. Listen,
I'm the guest.
Okay, Josh, go ahead.
I'm the guest.
Let him talk. Go ahead.
I'm the guest. When you get your chance, you can do this. This is what I'm saying. Look, ABT don't want the smoke. That's why you weak niggatrons didn't call in on the panel. You niggas are weak. Here he is again. This is your boy. Now, ain't nobody for ABT on social media talking and acting like this. But your crew, who you roll with, this how y'all get down, and then you want to call in on the show and be like, oh, it's all love. It's all honesty. It's all sincerity. But then you get on social media, even if you're not saying it, you're saying you're not saying anything. You ain't saying as much. I will give you credit for that. You're not as raunchy as your boy. I will give you that. I'm not going to sit up here and be like, oh, y'all 2 peas in a pod. But this is still the crew you roll with. And what you're trying to do is alienate yourself from their debauchery, but then you want to roll with them when it's time to teach them Torah. You can't be like that. I can't have Antoine, LeVar, or anybody in my crew on social media acting like this. I would rebuke them, tell them to delete that comment, and if they did not want to listen, I would kindly ask them to find another organization to represent. Look what it says right here. I'm reading to you what you guys say. Here you go. Look at this. Sorry, little Luciferian. My 3rd child is coming. You better repent, because when the testimony Torah is set up against you Luciferians, y'all going to hell. Tell me when I ever called any of y'all Luciferians or devil worshipers. I never said that. This is the two you roll with, bro. And I'm not going to continue to attack you. I'm just letting you know that this is who you represent. When I think of Torah Night, I think of him and everybody with him. And this video that you put up, it's a video after my hot seat, which was not directed at you. It was not directed at any particular individual on Sal's show. I ain't dropped no names except for the people who called in when I was addressing them. The very next day or the day after that, your boy, Judah Nazareth, uploaded a video with your name in the title speaking on ABT, supposedly worshiping the devil. Now, how you going to do something like that and then call in tonight and be like, I ain't trying to create no malice. I ain't trying to create no strife. Come on, bro. let's move on to the next caller, dude. I mean, don't be my friend behind the scenes and then attack me in public when you're around Judah Nazareth. When you with Judah Nazareth, oh, he's saying all this stuff. You ain't pulling this coattail saying, hey, come on, man, it's supposed to be peace. We're supposed to be doing that. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be operating like that, you know, even if you still mad about that video Josh made. Let's remember two things. If you think he lying, then cool. But let's not forget that you made several videos about ABT before I even knew who this guy was. This guy, Judah Nazareth, was on social media telling people, I got screenshots. I will text them to you, Chris Harris. I got screenshots of your boy telling people that my entire documentary was ripped off from his exposing of the homosexuality in Kemet. He posted stuff like that on social media. So now the brother trying to jack my swag. He claiming that I'm getting my info from him. This is who you roll with, bro. You can't expect us to be like, well, Chris Harris is okay in our book, but you're sitting right next to somebody who can't stand us, and you're not saying anything to him when he gets out of line. Now, if Antoine had a personal problem with you, I still wouldn't let Antoine go on social media and act a donkey against you like that. I'd be like, dude, that ain't how we roll. We supposed to be godly. We supposed to operate in the fruits of the spirit. We're supposed to be on here calling people Beetlejuice and Leprechaun. That's what your guy doing. That's childish. I ain't never called you out your name. Antoine ain't never called you out your name. That's how the Torah Knights get down. Y'all are full of insults, and y'all try to attack and belittle anybody who don't agree with your view. When I say y'all, I don't mean specifically Chris Harris. I don't mean specifically you, because like I said, comparatively, you ain't nowhere near like Judah Nazareth. Nowhere near like him. But go ahead, Antoine. You have something you want to add, then we go to the next caller.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, and the trend is not just limited to them. You know what I'm saying? You could clearly go on any of them videos, anything. Go look at the comments from the messianic and the non-messianic side. You know what I'm saying? And just go look at the conduct, the speech, the way these people conduct themselves, and look at the side that they support, and look at the side that other people support who ain't acting like that. You know what I'm saying? So if but we're back to, you know, the whole thing with Chris, with the stuff that he said and the way he act. It's not just that video; it's other video. We see how y'all get down, man. You know, say you're not as out there as everybody else. You know, and I told you before when me and him talked on the phone before. I was like, man, you got like a spirit of the debate on you, big time. And I was just saying that out of love in person, because, you know, that was the first time I'd ever talked to you, and you know, I told you that. You know, man to man, but like as far as like, it's so like saying like calling another man your daddy and stuff like that, you got to ask your dad. I'm a grown man, dog. Hey, what are you talking about? Why are people thinking about that stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? The stuff that Bleedo said. I mean, I just look at how that people. I don't even know what the word that man believe. I don't even know if he. I don't know. Don't care. But the
let me read this. Let me read this one too, Antoine. This is another from Judah Nazareth. You know. Mm-hmm. ABT is trash. And let's not forget that this same Judah Nazareth was so awful that even Sal himself, sorry to put you out there, Sal, had to do a show on Judah Nazareth. He called him the Slender King. That's still up on Blog Talk and on YouTube. I ain't trying to rekindle no bad blood. I'm just letting y'all know that this brother has a reputation for starting stuff with people. And then when people strike back, he want to step back and be like, oh, we're being persecuted. This is what he said right here. Bleedo.
Hold on, Josh, hold on. Let me cut you off real quick. Let me cut you off real quick. I don't know what debate this under, but my brother just sent me a screenshot. And like I said, Chris, you've been doing this on the other videos too. I'm telling y'all, man, it's a spirit on these dudes that got them acting like this.
Don't want to read that off.
This talking to my brother Jeff Lewis out in Maryland. My brother Jeff Lewis made a comment. Chris Harris responds to Jeff Lewis, says, LOL, nothing been proven. It's just being taught wrong by your girlfriend, which is talking about you, Josh. It's being taught wrong by your girlfriend. So now
exactly. So that's why I said insinuating. That's why I said insinuating homosexuality. You didn't use the word homosexuality. We ain't making this stuff up, but you come on here tonight and want to try to come before the debate talk to you audience and act like it's all love and peace when we see you. It's not like you're doing this behind closed doors. We see you. I told y'all he did something like that before, and now you want to call in front and ask why people like Brother Joaquin is like, I don't trust Chris Harris. He's not saying that because he thinks that you're just here to debate and get glory for yourself. He's saying that because he's on social media too, reading this stuff. That's okay to disagree. Here again, this is Judah Nazareth. ABT is trash. All y'all do is lie. You lie on me, you lie on y'all, and you lie on the prophets. Oh, you car salesman ass Negro. That ABT scared to death to face the Torah night. Because after we wash y'all ass, I'm reading it, that's what it say. I'm not cursing, I'm just quoting it. People are going to want their money. People are going to want their money back from the weak Freemasonic breakdowns. Your whole style is chump. You follow what I'm saying? And he just goes on and on. Now, it's one thing for Judah Nazareth to still be upset about the video I made and still got up. But everybody knows that he made several videos about me first, lying on me. The stuff I said about him in the video I made about him, I proved. The brother lied. The brother said he wasn't Judah Nazareth, and then it proved that he was. So he lied about that. But that's not even my point. I don't care nothing about that. I don't care about what that man do behind closed doors. But what I'm saying is, and we're going to go to the next person, because I told Antoine and LeBron, I said the next time one of these guys try to call in on anything I'm doing and try to claim, oh, it's all peace, it's all love, I apologize, we cool, I said I was going to put them on blast, Sal. This is something I said I was going to do, provided they did that. I told Antoine that, and I told LeBron that. Don't come on here and try to pretend like it's all good in public, and then the second your boy get online, you right there with him. You ain't even correcting him. You ain't trying to pull him away like, come on, bro, you don't supposed to be doing that, man. Come on, man. If you don't agree, okay, he made a video against you. You made videos against him first. I got one video up against Judah Nazareth, and I made that after 3 or 4 videos he did against me. And then after I made my one video, he did 3 or 4 more videos. Then he turned around and did a video with you, Chris Harris, calling me a Luciferian worship after my hot seat. That ain't got nothing to do with y'all. So please, brother. Go ahead.
Before you move on, I just wanted to clarify, what I meant, but what my comment to Judah was, because he was coming at us all crazy and stuff. But all I was saying to him, I was like, brother, it's not, you need to calm down. Basically what I'm saying, we told you before to leave us alone. And, you know what I'm saying, we ain't got to worry about nothing. And it wasn't just the videos that he was doing. He was, the stuff that he was saying on D.T.4.U and the comments, calling, whatever, everything else. He was, going everywhere he could to say whatever he could say. I mean, even going to other people's, YouTube things saying, oh, we stole this from you. Or, I started doing this. He got this from me and all this other kind of stuff. Again, got to go into it. But my whole thing was, I'm like, dude, just chill out. Because we warned you before to leave us alone. You kept doing it. Boom, we dropped the video on you. And we told you again, man, leave us alone. Leave us alone. We don't want no problem. Just keep it going. He kept doing it again. And all I was doing was telling him again, dude, leave us alone, because you don't want to have us, have to, do anything again. Let's just keep it moving, man. And that's all I was telling. I was giving him a warning. We warned you the first time. It got dropped on you. Now we got, and that's that. Everybody asked him to take the video down, all the stuff. It was proven. Everything that he said, it was proven as a fact. I mean, you can't. It's undeniable proof. You know what I'm saying? That was him. Now ain't nobody saying whatever he doing behind closed doors. All we saying is whoever he was caught in a lie, that was him. Whoever was writing that stuff, that was him. And he said it wasn't, and it was caught. You know what I'm saying? That was it. So it is what it is. But you want us to take video down. This man still, you trying to rebuke us for something we got up, and this man up acting the fool, and that's your brother. Man, I'll be the first person to tell you. If anybody at ABT acting up or do something else, we'll be the first person to check each other. Like, hey, man, maybe you need to think about it and all. You know what I'm saying? We're going to check each other. But like I said, and I'm telling y'all go look at them comments. Go look back and look over the past year or two at all these messianic debates, and look who acting a certain way and look who not acting a certain way. But that's it.
And they want to come on here when we're on. See, and I was going to break this down anyway, Sal, because I'm not trying to spend too much time on this. And this ain't really got nothing to do with Chris Harris or Judah Nazareth. But what I said was the Messianics. This is the setup of your show, Sal. I'm just giving you a breakdown. The Messianics rule the show, but the Tanakh onlys rule the comment section when you upload the show. They dominate the comment section. Can't nobody even just loosely say good job, Josh, without Bleedo, Chris Harris, or Judah Nazareth being all over them. They're not even speaking to these people. Somebody might be like, good job, Josh, good video. Bleedo go on there and start beating the guy up just for saying he liked the show. They've all done it. But then they want to come in the public and act like it's all love. We're not stupid, bro. You're not going to shake my hand and show me the knife and then stab me in the back. Now, you might be able to get me if I don't see the knife, but you ain't going to shake my hand, show me the knife. Hey, Josh, here's the knife right here. You see it? You see it? No, you're not going to do that. So I don't like I don't like fake people. I don't like phony people. If you hate me, tell me you hate me. At least I know it's real hate. But don't tell me you like me, and then every time I do a show, same people on there dropping salt, and not just disagreeing, but insulting, calling on people your girlfriend and stuff. So now Antoine Jeff Lewis is my girlfriend because he rolls with ADT. All of us go from a part of Cruz. How would you feel if I start calling you the Nazareth your girlfriend just because you agree with him? That's crazy. We don't supposed to be doing no junk like that. But these same people want to dialogue with you. They want to talk to you. They want to call you on the phone behind the scenes and try to build with you. And then the second you drop a video, they on there calling you out your name and making all kind of insinuations. And I told Antoine and LeVon, and I'm done with it after this, Al, that the next time one of them try to call in with this false brotherly love, I'm going to bring up what they do. Because I don't like that fake stuff, dude. Either hate me for real or love me for real. But don't love me for real. Don't love me fake and you really hate me, or hate me fake and you really love me, because people do that too. But you can go to the next call with Al. I don't want to keep dwelling on it. Like you said, it's the Sabbath. I don't want to get off into this, but I said I was going to do it, and I'm a man of my word.
All right, once again, that number is 319-527-6239. I see we have a lot of people on the phone lines checking out the show, pressing out number 1. For those that don't know about this show, Josh, let's let them know now, since you got the people's attention. Let them know about your show on Saturdays.
Yes, sir. We have a show this time of year. We because y'all know it gets dark earlier, and we keep the Sabbath, from sundown Friday to sundown Saturday. Another lie that the Torah Knights told on us, telling people we don't observe Torah law. That's another lie they told, but I ain't going there no more, right? We have Saturday class, Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, but the class itself starts at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's what time it starts. It starts at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and let me give y'all that call-in number right quick, if I even have the call-in number. No, I don't have it on my phone. I only have my host calling number. Somebody will text it to me, and I give it to the people before we go off the air. But we do it every Saturday, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, around this time of the year. But you can go to the next caller.
All right, family. Once again, we're going to go to the phone lines, and my email is open. I'm checking my email. Let me see. Nobody has emailed me yet, but it's open, family. So anytime you want to, hold on. I think my computer froze up. You can hear me, though, right? You can still hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
You can't even, okay. Yeah, it's, glitching right now. Hold on 1 second. It's going from different page to page. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, here we go. I got it back now. All right, let's go to the next phone line. Yeah, computer hacking up. Let's go to 203-954. You're live in there.
Oh, peace, Sal. Peace, Josh. What's going on? This is Kevin. How y'all doing?
What's up, sort of the flock? KG Tuck.
What's up?
What's up, man?
What's up, man? Hey, man, just that whole nonsense was crazy. But I just wanted to take it back to my man who suggested that you, as well as the listening audience, access BibleHub.com. When he was talking about Isaiah chapter 61 and Luke 4. Just wanted to say that I took up his suggestion. I took up his suggestion to look up Bible Hub, and I see the correlation that he was drawing, so much so that I went to BibleHub.com and checked out Isaiah 61's commentary, and the people providing the commentary were linking Isaiah 61 with Luke chapter 4. So if this brother's listening, just want to know if he abides by that, since he told us to check out the Bible commentary, and he claims to say that it has some type of validity. So I want to know if he's going to become a Messianic now that Bible Hub's commentary linked Isaiah chapter 61 with Luke chapter 4. I'm out. Peace, y'all.
All right, let's go to the next caller. Let's go to 773-414. You're live in there.
Peace, Al. What's up? This is Bleedo. What's up, Josh?
What's up, Bleedo?
Hopefully y'all let me talk for a second, man, and not really cut me short. But I wanted to address you, Josh, on the comment board that y'all was just talking about. We had a dialogue. Basically, me and you was dialoguing about you saying something about I supposed to have some type of stalker, or I'm being a stalker to you or whatever, right? So what I wanted to say to you, bro, I haven't even really been debating, following none of this stuff for a little minute, bro. So when I did the interview with the brother TJ, he brought your name up. You know what I'm saying? His brother came to my crib and we did an interview, and he brought your name up. He was like, man, Brother Josh been saying you don't know nothing and you don't know what you're talking about. He said, I heard him say this on occasions. So when you made that comment about me bringing you up on that what's name, you made me go back and actually listen to the interview, and he clearly said that you said on numerous occasions that I don't know what I'm talking about. So this is why he asked me a question about you. So now this is the first time that actually your name came up for a while, like as far as me even wanting to have a dialogue with you or even debate, because I'm not like Chris Harris. No, I'm gonna let you know I don't like you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna try to extend no hand to you in friendship, none of that. I don't like the arrogance that you have, and I feel like what you teach is not absolute truth. And the name of your class or whatever is absolute Bible truth. And I know for a fact that you're not teaching absolute Bible truth. So I want to address that. So as far as you saying I'm obsessed with you, bro, I don't know nothing about you, dog. Like the only thing I know about you is what you put out to the public, as far as your videos, you know, your lessons or whatever that you put on YouTube, and you basically being a debate on here. I don't know nothing about where you stay. I don't know if you got a family. That's what stalkers do. Stalkers know everything about a person. So when you say some stuff like that, it's like to me that's like you trying to say something about along the lines of homosexuality, like what y'all was just on arguing about. Like it's like you trying to call me gay or something. You feel what I'm saying? So when you do those type of things, or if I feel like that's what you're trying to do, then I'm going to go back into the flesh and go into the carnal mind, and then I'm going to, of course, come on your board and say, you don't know what you're talking about, blah, 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 blah. And you know our history as far as why we got into it and why we fell out is because what you did on Power Talk. That's the whole reason why me and you ever have any issue, bro, because you did a snake move on me on your show on Power Talk.
You're lying, Bleedo. You're lying, Bleedo. Hundreds of people. You're still lying, dude. You're still lying. You're a liar, Bleedo. People need to know this. You're a liar.
I'm going to let, okay, hold on.
I'm going to say this straight. You're a liar, Bleedo. I'm just going to say straight up. You're a liar.
Okay.
Nobody did a snake move on you. Nobody did a snake move on you. And I'm going to read how you come in. Since you claim you're not a stalker, I'm going to show the people what you do. So y'all
let me just finish it. Then you got the whole show.
No, I don't want to hear nothing else from you because you just lied on me. You just lied. See, I was listening to you when you were just telling me how you feel, but now you're lying about the origin between the beef concerning ABT and yourself, which you came up with. Now, here's the thing, just to get everybody up to speed, and everybody know this, and they're all witnesses. Bleedo, when I was only on Pal Talk, challenged me to a debate on Pal Talk. I don't even remember what the debate was about. Maybe it was fringes. Wasn't it like wearing fringes or something, Antoine? Something like that. You still there, Antoine? I can't hear you.
Yeah. It was fringes.
Right.
Now, it's supposed to be a debate.
Right. Now, here's the crazy thing. Bleedo don't even teach Torah law. He probably used to. He don't. He knows we teach Torah law. But he will side with people who teach Torah law like us, and he will attack us with them when sometimes he has more in common with us than he has with the people who he is siding with against us. Now, here's the thing. Bleedo said he wanted to debate me on Pal Talk. I told him cool. He said he wanted to schedule for the next week. I told him cool. Everybody in my Pal Talk room waiting for Bleedo to come. Bleedo showed up late. Bleedo said, I can't debate you now. I had to take my dog to the vet. That's what he said. I said, cool, let's schedule it for next week. He didn't show up at all. But then he got back at me and said he'll try to come the week after that. He came the week after that and said, never mind, I don't want to debate you on your Pal Talk show. I want to do it on a neutral platform. That's 3 weeks this dude blew us off. Then he still had some stuff to say, and I let him put some stuff out there. He went to the Strong's Concordance, right? Then when I went to the Strong's Concordance, he told me I can't use it. And that's when I started thinking something is wrong with this dude. But since everybody wanna play all innocent like they don't see what they do, I'm gonna put you on full blast tonight. Just reading the comment board. So I'm not getting personal. This stuff is public. So I don't want nobody to think, oh, Josh just lying on people. This is public. Look, this is what Jeff Lewis posted. He said, another flawless victory for ADT. right? That's all he said. Didn't aim it at nobody, just saying how he feels. First person to respond, Bleedo Music. Jeff Lewis, peace. Was a decent hot seat. Josh did what he do. Nothing derogatory about that, right? Then Bleedo Music said, peace back. Nothing derogatory about that, right? Then here comes Judah Nazareth. Nobody is talking to these people. Nobody. They're just saying this is what they do. They scan and skim the comment board for people who like what we do, and they start attacking them. Here goes Judah Nazareth. Run, duck, and dodge questions. We saw that weaving and slipping when Torah Night Chris Harris called in. LOL. So he claiming his boy, right? This is what Jeff Lewis said. Torah, good night, as in go to sleep somewhere. We also saw what Josh did to you publicly too. Now this is a back and forth between Jeff Lewis and Judah Nazareth and Antoine. These are ABT members. So it makes sense if one ABT member is dealing with somebody, it's okay if another ABT member jump in because they part of the same crew. Here comes Bleedo. He ain't part of the Torah Night. Here he comes. Antoine, stop it, Antoine. Nobody is even talking to this guy. He just started taking shots at my people. This is what he does, and he want to stand back. I'm not stalking you. I'm not doing anything. He just came in and started saying stuff. This is what they do. I'm not going to waste y'all time reading all this stuff. You follow what I'm saying? That's what they do. All y'all got to do is see any video I do. When I went on Global Media, I was just promoting my documentary. Something Bleedo should have no problem with. He over there, dropping thought on me. Josh ain't nobody. I can even tell y'all, every time I do a class, y'all go look at it. I hope y'all are listening to this stuff. Look up any show that I've done since I've been on Debate Talk for You. As if anybody says anything positive about me, you can count on Judah Nazareth or Bleedo to start dropping salt on me to that individual. It's not like these people are aiming at stuff that they say like, we love Josh Judah Nazareth, we love Josh Bleedo. They just tell them what they like. They'll start beating up on them. This is what Bleedo does. This is what Judah Nazareth does, right? This is what he says right here to Antoine. Bleedo Music. Antoine. And Antoine hadn't even said anything else to him. He said, Antoine, dude, shut up. Go play with Josh in y'all playpen. See, ain't nobody even saying nothing to him. Now, why if unprovoked and nobody saying nothing to him, why is he on there telling people who roll with me to shut up and go play with me in the playpen? But see, these people want to call in on the show and front like they all real and all true, and they're phonies. These people don't care nothing about no Debate Talk for You. They don't care nothing about Sal, which is why Sal don't have to ban the same people several times, and they go behind the scenes and ask to come back because these people don't care even about Sal. They just want to come on here and bash people and then want to step back and play the victim when people start fighting back. That's what they do. And I'm tired of these guys trying to come on here in front like it's all love and they ain't doing all this dirt. And then when somebody say something, they want to try to make it seem like you crazy. No. This is what Chris Harris does. This is what Judah Nazareth does. This is what Bleedo does. We are on here to edify the people. You don't have to like my opinion, but you can still respect me as a person. You can't go anywhere on any of these comment boards and see anybody who represent ABT acting and behaving this way. Because I teach my people there is more to knowledge. You're supposed to conduct and carry yourself a certain way. And even if you don't believe the New Testament, that's all in the Old Testament, in the Tanakh, in Proverbs, in Psalms. You're still supposed to conduct yourself a certain way. These brothers don't care nothing about conduct and character. All they care about is trying to bring down somebody who they're jealous of or got a personal problem with so they can take their spot and steal the glory of the people. And that's fine. But don't come on here and try to BS us like you love us and you care and it's nothing personal. And then every time I upload a video, there you go. I've had to block Bleedo. I've had to block Judah Nazareth because they come and spam up my channel. Even if I put something on there that I know they agree with. I did a whole class talking about Torah law observance. I don't think Chris Harris or Judah Nazareth or any Tanakh only Hebrew would have a problem with that. But yet, if I do a class that they agree with, I did a whole class talking about pagan holidays being pagan. I know Chris Harris agree with that. I know Judah Nazareth agree with that. But yet you'll still find them under that video, still dropping salt. Now you're dropping salt and you agree with me? These people are not genuine people. I don't care if they get mad. I don't care. They're fake. They're liars and they try to act like they love and care about me like I'm too stupid to see that people dogging me right in my face. No, don't come on here talking all kind words to me, trying to pretend like I'm crazy. I got footage, Bleedo. I got screenshots. Don't make me pull up a video showing each and every time you followed me somewhere for no reason. Nobody was saying nothing to you. Nobody was thinking about you. And you followed me even to another social media. Y'all know Minister DeAndre, the beloved brother, the departed brother. When I first met Minister DeAndre, I went on his YouTube channel, and I'm just dialoguing with Minister DeAndre. How the heck did Bleedo find me there? He found me there and started dropping stuff on me over there to Minister DeAndre. How did he find me? That's what he does. Stop trying to pretend like y'all cool, man. Y'all are not cool. Maybe God meant for this debate to get canceled so some real truth can get dropped tonight about the type of people that come on this show and lie to y'all, not about necessarily about doctrine, just about how they are as people. You know what I mean? These people are something else. But you can go to the next caller, Sal. Go ahead, Antoine.
No, I know I purposely stop talking. I purposely ignore having a conversation. Like, he tries to provoke conversation with people.
Exactly.
And I got to tell them sometimes, like, all he's doing is trying to get a rise out of you. Like, don't pay attention to him. Don't talk, because all he wants is attention. Somebody say, hey, look at me. But at the end of the day, that man, and it goes so how much they don't care about it. That man came on the show, on the debate, and pleaded the fifth in a debate. And that's all you need to know.
Exactly. You know, I mean, come on, man. I mean, like I said, I don't need nobody to like me. I got plenty of people in my crew and in my life that love me. I don't need no love from some stranger. I got plenty of love in my life, so I don't care if these dudes don't like me. But please don't come on Debate Talk for You and try to act like you're a sincere brother, and then the second a video drop with my name in the title, even if they agree with it, y'all on there dropping 100% salt. Ain't nobody even saying nothing to y'all. And I got a lot of stuff. I can prove all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is what people do. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is what I was specifically looking at. You know what I'm saying? This is what Brother Mendez said. This is a brother that studied with us. He said, say what you want about the brother, but I'm proud to say this my teacher, ABT, in the building. Right? He ain't aiming this at nobody. First person to respond. Bleedo Music. Brother Mendez, the Holy Spirit is supposed to be your teacher, not some man. First of all, the Bible tells you that we need people to guide and educate us. You know what I'm saying? We need people to guide and educate us. But look what he did. Every time somebody says something positive about us, he comes on there and he tries to drop salt. That's what they do. And then when you go down there, you see Bleedo, you see Judah Nazareth, you see Chris Harris, but he ain't being disrespectful. You follow what I'm saying? He's not. I'm not going to lie on the brother. He's not being disrespectful. But every time somebody says something positive about what we're doing, they come on here and they start dropping salt. And they come on here on the show and get on the switchboard and try to act like, oh, we ain't doing nothing. I ain't stalking you, Josh. I ain't doing nothing. You just starting this with me. No, I got the evidence, bro. I got the screenshot. I got the footage. You know what I'm saying? You know, I have all this information, but you can go to the next call and say, I know after all this, people just like, whoa. I know, but I mean, there's some truth. You know, I'm talking about character here. You can go.
All right. All right. Once again, it's Q&A segment out here. All right. Once again, that number is 319-527-6239. We're at the 10 o'clock hour right about now. Well, a little after 10:10 right now. Now, like I said, whenever Josh is ready to, stop getting some of your questions, he'll let me know. But until then, we're going to keep on going down the switchboard. And if you press number 1, we're going to bring you in. Once again, let's go to the phone lines. Let's go to 530-434. You're live and in.
Yo, what's the word, brothers? Brother B out of Sacramento, California. What's going on, Josh?
B.A. Baracus. What's up, man?
much love to you, my brother. I just wanted to touch bases on the caller that talked about the Isaiah 61. It's one thing about a lot of these a lot of brothers who call themselves Torah only or Tanakh only or whichever title they go by. They you can even read, I think it's Isaiah 11 or either maybe Isaiah 10. I can't remember at this point. I have my text on me, but where it talks about how the Messiah, how he's supposed to, like, everything on there has been fulfilled, but not everything was fulfilled. So it's a lot of texts in the Old Testament or the law of the prophets that are written that way. And when it comes to Deuteronomy chapter 18, I'll just say this much: for the longest, man, I've always tried to ask the Torah only individuals, I mean, who is this talking about? And I get, well, this could be multiple people, or this could be this one individual. And I'm sitting up here trying to figure out what other prophet written in the prophets, other than Moses, that knew the Most High face to face, who actually spoke to the Most High. And we understand we understand that figure in the cloud, in the fire. We understand that to be extension. We understand that was Christ in the beginning. So my thing is that what other prophet other than Moses did the Most High speak to like that? And every time I ask that question, I get the shuffle, or I get the, well, it don't really mean. I mean, I get these different answers to where it doesn't really line up with the text. So this is not an attack on nobody. This is just what I commonly get from those who call themselves Torah only and who say that Christ is not the Messiah. I said, fine, let's just say that he's not the Messiah, just based on just for the sake of argument, just for the sake of just, okay, let me hear your view. And every time I get something else, they take me 15 miles left somewhere else, trying to explain to me what Moses wrote or his scribes wrote concerning Deuteronomy chapter 18. So my thing is that then I have people that say, well, it could be multiple. It means multiple prophets. Okay, well, when you look in the Hebrew, in the lexicon, when that word prophet in the Hebrew, does it mean various people, or is it singular? I may have to go back and do more research on that. It says exactly if it's singular, but then we have individuals saying it's multiple prophets. So I'm sitting up here like, okay, well, it's either you're off or the text is off. When we believe the text to be accurate, then the interpretation from some individuals is off. That's simple.
Right.
Yeah, but one question. I mean, you know this too, but the one question I always ask is, if Moses was talking about, if he was not referring to Christ, then what other prophet in the law and prophets was who knew him face to face, who actually spoke to the image?
This is the reason why in this debate I was going to answer all of this. I was going to show in the debate that there is a certain. We know that that Moses knew God face to face. He had a relationship with God that no other prophet had. The Tanakh only Hebrews even agree with this. But what they don't understand is that in the Torah, the first, we'll say from Exodus to Deuteronomy, it shows you how exactly that face-to-face relationship was executed. And I can show you that. I can show you two things. Just so I'm gonna prove. I can tell y'all this much. In this debate coming up, if it still happens, I can show you that when it said it was gonna raise up a prophet like Moses, it meant a prophet who would know God face to face. I'm gonna prove that that's what it meant. And since Joshua did not fulfill that, and the Torah only or Tanakh only Hebrews, they know this. Then if I can prove two things, there's two things I'm gonna prove. Number one, I'm going to prove that when Moses said, a prophet will I raise unto you like me, the comparison he was talking about was a prophet who would know God on a personal relationship, who would see God in a way that no other man could see him. You follow what I'm saying? Then I'm going to show from the Tanakh how God executed that. Then I'm going to take you to the New Testament and show you the exact same thing happened to Jesus. That's one thing I'm going to prove. The next thing I'm going to prove is from the New Testament and from early history before the New Testament, 200 to 400 years before the New Testament, which is long after the time of Moses and Joshua, people were still waiting on that prophet in Deuteronomy 18. So how in the world could Joshua be that prophet when ancient Hebrew writings and history, in addition to the New Testament, testifies that as late as the 1st century and even as late as the 10th century, people were still waiting on that prophet. I'm going to show y'all information from the Dead Sea Scrolls showing they were still waiting on that prophet. I'm going to show you that they interpreted Deuteronomy 18 and 15 messianically. Now, while all these Israelites, Israelites from various schools of thought all unanimously agree that that prophet hasn't come yet.
That's crazy.
Different schools of thought. They teach different doctrines. You know how you got the Pharisees and the Sadducees? They disagree on a lot of stuff. But I can take you to various schools of thought that existed in the first century and earlier, and they all agreed unanimously that that prophet had not come yet. They'll either say the prophet ain't came yet, or they would interpret that verse to be messianic. And on top of that, so my question is, why was our Hebrew forefathers, not these fake impostor Jews? Because another thing I'm going to prove is that Joshua interpretation comes from a fake Jew who lived in the 12th century. He was the first person to put that out there. That's where they got that from. They don't even know where that came from. Y'all don't understand that what these not only Hebrews do, when they convert over from being messianic, they have to come up with explanations for the messianic verses. That makes sense because they don't believe in Jesus no more. So you know what they do? They go online or they go look at these YouTube videos and they go straight to these fake Jews. You know the Jews who they'll tell you are Esau and stole our identity. They'll go to them and they start reading their commentaries and then they'll say, this is the truth. So these are not black Hebrews. These are African Americans who converted over to Judaism. And I can prove that. I know where that Joshua thing came from. I was going to let Joel come on here, put it all out, get it all off your chest, then turn around and show the name of the man who first invented that. And he came up with that doctrine in the 12th century. That's 1,200 plus years after Jesus was on the scene. The first time you hear about some Joshua being that prophet. You should be able to read all in the first century and earlier that everybody believed that Joshua was that prophet. So why don't we see that? See, these are the type of questions they can't answer. They just going to make it Joshua and hope you don't do the research. I got a score of research right here with all this information that cannot be refuted, and it dates to the first century and earlier, and they all unanimously agree that that prophet had not come yet, and we're still waiting on him. So how in the world could it be Joshua?
Yeah.
How could it be?
And you could also read even in the Talmud, even the Zohar, where they even us who recognize Christ, we understand a lot of the prophecies written in the prophets were to be messianic, and even some of the sages and rabbis would even agree that a lot.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that I don't know.
I can show you where every single prophecy in the New Testament that is interpreted messianically in the New Testament was interpreted messianically before there was a such thing as the New Testament by non-Christians. So these messianic interpretations didn't just come out of thin air.
Wow. And another thing I be noticing too, man, like when it comes to Christ, and this is something I know that we all I know we all agree. Another thing, like I remember one individual years ago was saying, well, in the New Testament there is no, if Christ was that prophet or that individual, why is it that he does not quote, why does he not say, thus saith the Lord? Well, I'm like, well, Christ didn't have to because he's the voice of the Most High. He's the image. He speaks for him. So Christ can actually speak as if he speaks for the Most High, as if he can verbatimly, speak for the Most High because he's the image. So he can speak as if he is the Father.
First of all, every book in the Tanakh don't even contain "Thus saith the Lord." You can't read "Thus saith the Lord" in the book of Esther. You follow what I'm saying? You can't read "Thus saith the Lord" in Songs of Solomon. You follow what I'm saying? Everybody has their own way of saying God spoke to them. You follow what I'm saying? If Jesus said, "I came to do the works of my Father, who you say is your God, and to him is who I preach to you," that's just another way of saying I'm preaching his word. Everything ain't going to be stated verbatim as "Thus saith the Lord," or "the word of the Lord came unto somebody," or "I saw the Lord in a vision." If somebody is telling you they're teaching the word of God, and they're quoting Old Testament verses, Torah, Tanakh, then you don't need to see "Thus saith the Lord." You follow what I'm saying? But the problem with these Tanakh only Hebrews is when they decided to put down the New Testament, they were left with a void. And that void was what to do with these messianic prophecies. How do we reinterpret them since we no longer believe in Jesus? And that's when they all came running to the Jews, the fake ones. They went running to them, and they went online, and they started looking up these middle-aged rabbis, these middle-aged rabbis, who came out like in 1000 AD and later. That's the Middle Ages. They started looking up these people's interpretations, which came on the scene over 1,000 years after how the New Testament interprets it and every other Hebrew document that existed around that time and earlier. Our Hebrew forefathers, sisters and brothers, this is what I'm trying to convey to y'all. Our Hebrew forefathers, not one of them that I've come across in history from the 1st century AD and earlier, going all the way back to the BC, I have found absolutely no evidence that any of the Hebrews that live around that time, because that's when you're dealing with the real Hebrews, right? After 70 AD, y'all know that gets questionable. And I can show you that even the fake Jews recognize that nobody all agree that that prophecy is referring to Joshua. Some people say, as Zadok pointed out, some people say it's Jeremiah. Some people say that it's Elijah. Some people say it's not referring to an individual at all. So the so-called Jews are not even in total agreement on it. So what these guys do is they go and they look at these rabbis' interpretations, they hijack them, they copy and paste them, and then they come on Debate Talk for You and think they're going to throw it at me and think I ain't going to be ready for it. I know where you're getting this stuff from. I know exactly. I can tell you the first person who put it out there. I can tell you his name, when he was born, when around the time he first put it out there, and why it became so popular. This is all in history. So you people are hijacking this stuff from the fake Jews. The Jews who y'all keep telling us stole your identity. So you're going to trust the interpretation of people who you say stole your identity? Who's impersonating God's people? If they're impersonating God's people, then don't it stand the reason that they will also give you imposter commentary and understanding and interpretations? Ain't nobody who's stealing from you finna give you no truth about your Messiah. That's who y'all getting that stuff from. I can show y'all this. Anybody comes to me and say, oh, that prophet in Deuteronomy 18 is Joshua, I'm going to let you go through your whole spiel. And then I'm going to turn around and tell you who gave it to you. Some fake Jew. And guess what? And this dude practiced astrology and everything. He was into sorcery and everything. Oh, I'm going to show all that.
See, and my thing is, if it is Joshua, they can't even go nowhere in the book of Joshua and prove that the Most High spoke to him. As far as I know, as far as I can remember, it was an angel or a Malik, as they tend to say, that spoke to Joshua. But I also read in other commentaries that a lot of the scribes believe it was the Metatron. But that's a whole other conversation. But still, it's right. And then we know who the Metatron points to, because I even know individuals who understand who the Metatron is, but they try to go another direction because they know who we're talking about. And we understand the Metatron to be, the scribes understood the Metatron to be the image of the Most High. They understood that. So I'm sitting up here looking at all these different texts, and me and my sister Ashanti, we've done these studies on the Talmud and the Zohar, and we just see that there's so much evidence that, and then this is another thing, and I'll be done, Sal. I know you got callers, but a lot of brothers, I'm not talking about nobody in particular. I'm just speaking just from a general perspective, that a lot of brothers don't realize that the hate they have for Christ, you're constantly proving he's the Messiah, because it says in the book that he'll be hated and he'll be loved. So when there's so much hate for Christ, you guys are just confirming what prophecy says. So I don't understand. Right. I just don't understand. And what I see is it's brothers who don't believe it. Okay, that's fine. But then you just have some individuals who just have an all-out hate. And then you have some other individuals who refuse, no matter how many times you show them and prove and show the evidence of who Christ is and what he stands for and what he represents, they refuse to listen. A lot of them just like, you know what, I don't care what you say, he ain't the Messiah. And I'm okay, that's fine. Right. And I yield, man. But they have to, see, here's the thing. Like I said, when you put down the New Testament, you have to come up with interpretations. You follow what I'm saying, for these messianic verses, right? My whole thing is, in this debate, all I have to do to win this debate is prove two things. One, that when Moses said that prophet would be like him, he meant somebody who would know God face to face. And two, that after Moses gave that prophecy and long after he and Joshua and that whole generation was dead, we talking about thousands of years later, people were still waiting on that prophet. There is no way in the world you're going to tell me that the original Hebrews, not these fake Jews that popped up
during the Middle Ages giving these new interpretations, start reinterpreting what our Hebrew forefathers originally said about these verses. See, they ain't telling you that. They want to tell you we Tanakh only, we Torah night, we all about the Torah. But I can show you that you're getting all your interpretation from the people who you say are the fake Jews. I can show you that. That you can't tell me you came up with this, and I can take you to the Middle Ages and show you the first person who said that, and he was not a true Jew. That's who you got that from. You follow what I'm saying? That's where you're getting all of this stuff from. Don't let these people fool you into thinking that when they put down the New Testament, they just start reinterpreting this stuff and coming up with this stuff on their own. You know what I mean? This ain't a shot at Brother Joel at all. But after, I had never seen any of this stuff. I just knew the content he had on his video. But after we had our conference call, I went and I looked at his video on Deuteronomy 18 and 15 and why he believed in Joshua and not Jesus. I went and did my homework. And then I went online and saw the fake Jews with videos 2 or 3 years older than Joel's video. And word for word almost, they broke it down the exact same way he did. So I know he's getting it from them, or he's getting it from somebody who got it from the first person that came up with this stuff. They're copying and pasting these breakdowns to a T. That's who they're getting it from. This is the reason why they switched over to the Stones edition. See, I'm dropping some bombs tonight. That's why they switched over to the Stones edition, because the Stones edition Tanakh was actually rewritten to translate a lot of messianic interpretations out of the Bible. You know, scriptures out of the Bible. And then what they didn't retranslate and reword in the text itself, they bombard you with all this commentary from these so-called Jews. So now you're no longer looking at your Tanakh with honest and open eyes. You're being heavily influenced by these fake Jews. I keep telling you, these guys are not black Hebrews. They are African Americans who converted over to Judaism. They're Jewish because everything they're getting comes from them. And I can prove that. Just like it'll be the same thing like with the sons of God, for instance, in Genesis 6. People tell you, some people tell you it's the sons of self. Some people tell you it's the angels of God, right? Now, that's been controversial. But all you got to do is go into history and see the earliest interpretation people had of that. And they all agreed it was referring to the angels, fallen angels that had sex with women. That's what it was referring to. And then you can go into history, and it'll tell you that a guy named St. Augustine, it was first put out by a guy named Africanus. And then St. Augustine popularized the notion that this is about the sons of self. But before, and that was like in the 4th century. And he wrote this in this book titled City of Catholic. And he wrote this in this book called City of God, right? So he wrote this in City of God. So we can go into history and show when it changed from people understanding it to be angels to people now saying it's the sons of self. So why in the world would we go into history and see everybody understand these to be angels, then some guy just jump up in the 4th century one day and say, no, we're going to start saying these are sons of self, and then we roll with that? How is that any different from us as Hebrew Israelites adopting Sunday worship? They'll take you into history and show you when Sunday worship first came, and they'll say, see, before then we was all keeping the Sabbath. They'll take you into history and show you we was keeping God's holy days, and then they'll take you to history and show you when these pagan holidays were added to the calendar. They ain't got no problem going to history then, but these not only Hebrews ain't going to take you to history and show you who was the first fake Jew that came up with that being Joshua for Deuteronomy 18 and 15. They ain't going to do that, but that's what I was going to do tonight. I'm going to show you who they got that from, and I can tell you this. He looked just like one of them fake Jews over in the land right now. Now ask yourself, sisters and brothers, why would you believe the commentary of the fake Jews and the commentary of the true Jews who we know were around up to the end of the 1st century? And all of them unanimously agree. The only thing they disagree on is how this prophet would be revealed. Like, would it be secret or would it be like dramatic? That's all they really like differ on. But they all unanimously agreed that 1, that prophet had not come yet, and 2, it was messianic. Like they interpreted Deuteronomy 18 and 15 to refer to the Messiah. This is how our ancient Hebrew forefathers understood that. But you got these not only Hebrews who gave up too quick on Jesus. They ain't try to contact me. I ain't saying you got to call me. They ain't try to contact Antoine. They ain't say, hey, brother, I'm having some doubts about this New Testament. No, they just jumped ship and went to knock only. And then they want to come back after they don't been to knock only for a while, and they want to take me down. When what they should have did is when they first start doubting the New Testament, call me up. Just call me up. Just, hey, Josh, why does Matthew 1 say this is referring to Hosea, but that ain't got nothing to do with that in its original context? Or how can Jesus be that prophet like unto Moses? We got classes on all this stuff. ABT is the best kept secret, y'all. If y'all came to our class on a regular basis, we can debunk all this stuff. I can break down Isaiah 53 and prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that that is talking about Jesus. I can break down Deuteronomy 18 and 15 and prove beyond a shadow of a doubt from the Hebrew language, from history, and from non-Christian, non-New Testament sources. So you can't be like, well, this is what the Christians said. This is what that New Testament say. No. Non-Christian, non-New Testament sources where they all agree that that prophet had not come yet and that it would be the Messiah when he did show up. Then I can turn around and take you to the Apocrypha and show you in the Apocrypha. Several places in the Apocrypha. This is our history, people. This is the history of our people. But these Tanakh only Hebrews want to ignore all this history and jump to the Middle Ages and start hijacking the interpretations of these fake Jews. The same fake Jews they say stole our identity. Now what kind of sense does that make? Surely somebody got a strong delusion on them. If I ever stop believing in the New Testament, I ain't finna adopt the interpretation of the fake Jews. Y'all keep telling that's Esau. That's who stole our identity. He's a liar. You can't trust him. And then you become not only and say Joshua was that prophet. Let me ask you a question. Where did you come up with that? Where did you get it that it was Joshua? Can you tell me that? Where did you get that from? Well, this other brother told me this. Where did he get it from? Who invented it? Who came up with that? Oh, it's real simple. I'll take you and I'll show you the name of the person who first gave you that. And I'll show you at what time in history he started saying that. And then I'll show you his contemporaries, his fellow Jewish rabbis, along with him, disagreeing with him. So they're not even the so-called Jews, the fake Jews, they're not even completely unified on who that prophet in Deuteronomy 18 and 15 is. The Tanakh only Hebrews are not completely unified on who that prophet in Deuteronomy 18 and 15 is. My thing is, if it's so obvious, why don't they see it? But you ain't going to see no Christians, you ain't going to see no Messianics come on here and argue about if it was Jesus or not. If they do, they're stupid because it plainly tells you in Acts 3 is referring to Jesus. So either you just don't believe the New Testament or you're not really Messianic. But it tells you all this stuff. This is what I had in store for y'all tonight. I'm going to give y'all a history lesson, and I'm going to show you from the Tanakh. I was going to start off in the Tanakh. So, we going to that New Testament? Nope, all Tanakh. Breaking down Deuteronomy 18 because the evidence is in the book of Deuteronomy what Moses meant when he said a prophet like me. He explains in Deuteronomy in what way that prophet would be like him. And it ain't got nothing to do with being a leader or the Spirit of the Lord being on you or the people listening to you, listening to Joshua like they listen to you. It ain't got nothing to do with that. Get that out of your mind. It got something to do with something that was unique to Moses and Moses alone that no other prophet in the history of the Tanakh can ever say they did that. And you go to the New Testament and I show you Jesus did that. The one thing. And I'm going to show y'all that. But you can go to the next call and say, I just wanted to throw that out there. Y'all have no idea what y'all missed out on tonight.
All right, well, it's coming in January. We're going to be here in January, most definitely. We appreciate the family out there. Once again, that number is 319-527-6239. I'm checking the emails. No emails at this time. Again, my email is debatetalkforyou@gmail.com. That's debatetalk, the number 4, and the letter U @gmail.com. If you have any questions, or just call in and press number 1 and we'll add you in. Let's go to 504-485. You're live in there.
Yeah, how you doing, Sal? How you doing, Brother Josh? Debate Talk for You audience.
Hey, shalom. Shalom.
Shalom. Just the brother getting it, just calling in, man. Just want to, say, bro, give, to say that we appreciate the information you bring, man, and, your zeal, is to be appreciated. And, I just want to share a real fast joke with you before I have a couple of questions for you. G-Man G-Man, the Soldiers of God, he actually said, excuse me, he's looking for you because he think he has the crown. But, that's just something I just wanted to share for you, man. But, you definitely been doing your thing, man. And I'm like the other brother. Like, I agree with a lot of what you say. But I want to ask you, as far as in regards to Exodus 3:15 and Exodus 20:7, if I'm not mistaken. Now, from what I know, you're definitely a Torah observant. Am I correct?
That's correct.
Okay, definitely. Because I've definitely learned a lot of things from things you say. But so in that regard, when you say and I'm just here just to be just to kind of just stir the pot a little. When you subscribe to the name Jesus, you don't feel in any way. First of all, do you believe that Yahweh and Yahshua, is holy, and holy is set apart, correct?
The individuals or the name?
Just their Yahweh, the presence. Their presence is holy. Would you say that to be true?
I believe everything about them is holy.
Correct.
Everything.
Great. So when you're pronouncing that name, and how would you say the Greeks said it back in the day when they started using their name? Because I hear a lot of people say it, I just forget it. So if you don't mind, could you say how they
was? The Strong's, they'll say Iesu. There was no Y. Okay. There was no Y found in the Greek language, so they had to use two Greek letters to try to transliterate that Y sound as close as they could. That's why you got the Iesu. They didn't have like a E or Y. So this is called transliteration. Something that's been around forever. It has nothing to do with somebody trying to pollute a name, dilute a name, or take anything away from a name. Names transliterate and translate. Every language does not have the same amount of alphabets. So you cannot, or sound. So you cannot enunciate certain words when you try to transliterate them. Transliteration means either trying to write something as close as you can from one language to the next, or trying to pronounce it or enunciate it as close as you can from one language to the next. And since all languages are different, there's no way you can perfectly enunciate something from one language to the next. So we know they had an oral spoken name that they used. But the question you have to ask yourself is, what did they write down when they were translating it from one language to the next? What did they write down?
And what you were saying earlier, I didn't want to cut you off, but I did kind of then want to stop you at the point where you said where what they're not trying to do is fool the people and do this and that, do that. And I would have to disagree with you on that, because what seems funny to me is the way you just said Iesu, and I've also heard other, Catholics and Christians and, people of that sort, when they would say the name, let's say specifically the Christian apologist James White, he would say Iesu. So my thing is, coming from the school of common sense, we understand that they supposedly didn't have the Y sound, but which is kind of crazy because it's known that during Yeshua's lifetime, no one that knew him or knew of him pronounced his name no other way except for Yeshua or Yeshua or however, so
well you do know that Yeshua is Aramaic. You do know that, right?
Right. Yeshua is
okay. The what language, who spoke Aramaic? Who did that come from?
Well, Aramaic is a Semitic language, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but what nation of people? Whose language is that?
That's Arabic, correct?
No, not Arabic. I said what people. Arabic is another language. Who, the Chinese, they gave you the Chinese language. The Japanese, they gave you the Japanese language. Who gave you the Aramaic? Because Yehoshua or Yehusha or whatever you want to pronounce it, that's Hebrew. Yeshua is Aramaic. So they're not the same language. So my question is, who were the people, what nations spoke the tongue of Aramaic before the Hebrews adopted it?
It would be the Syrians, right?
Yes, but the Babylonians were the main people speaking it. Now, were the Syrians pagan nations? Were they pagan?
Right. Well, the reason why I said that, Brother Josh, is because I'm not.
I did ask the question though. I said, were the Syrians? Did they worship other gods? Were they worshiping other gods? The Syrians.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Did the Babylonians worship other gods?
Definitely.
In fact, who is described in the Bible as the mother of harlots? What nation is described as the mother of harlots?
It would be Babylon.
Okay, now why is it okay for you to say the Messiah's name in the language of the mother of harlots, but I can't say his name in the language of the Greeks? When by the Bible standards, it would be worse for me to say it in the mother of harlots. Greek would just be one of the daughters, because we know everything, all this pagan stuff comes from Babylon. We know that. Now, you got brothers walking around here saying Yeshua, but you can't say Iesu. But when you say Yeshua, that's the tongue of the Babylonians. That's the tongue of the Syrians, as you pointed out. Now, if I can't say Iesu, you can't say Yeshua.
Right. Well, see, that's where also, the understanding I have of it is that, I'm not a sacred namer per se, that I'm sticking on one pronunciation of the name, because, like you say, Yeshua is Aramaic, Joshua is Hebrew. I'm not going to hold a person to say it the way I say it, but you see the similarity in Yeshua and Yahshua. You don't see the similarity
hold on, whoa. We can't define. We can't say because one language is more similar to another that makes it any less pagan than the other language. The Babylonians were pagan.
I'm not saying that. But the name of Yahshua or Yeshua, or you can see the way that they're pronouncing it is because of a phonetic shift or a phonetic tone that they carry. Like if you was to speak to an Asian, if you notice, they can't pronounce the R's. They say, instead of saying roof, they say woof. They can't do it. So the Aramaic, the Aramaic is because they can't say it. But you can't have me believe that when somebody says that they were saying Yeshu, they're saying it because they can't pronounce it. Because for one, that's what I was about to say.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
And I'll just let you add on to this, because in the school of common sense, when you saying Yeshu, why can't you say Yeshua? You see what I'm saying?
Because if you know anything, whoa. You can't use, hold on. You cannot use common sense when you're dealing with linguistics. You have to understand linguistics. You can't just take the rules of language and start making up your own rules. There are rules to this stuff, brother. You can't just be like, why they can't do this? There are rules to this stuff. You can't say in the Greek language.
Telling me this is why they did that.
That's what. Look it up. Look it up.
When you're looking
look
at
it up. Look at the Greek alphabet.
Right. But see, also,
you have to look at the Greek alphabet. You can't look at the Greek alphabet or look at the Japanese alphabet and start making rules. That's not what our Hebrew forefathers did. When they wrote the Apocrypha, our Hebrew forefathers wrote the Apocrypha, and the majority of that is in Greek. You do know that, right? Do you know what they wrote for the name of Joshua? No, it was written in Greek. It was written in Greek. There are portions of it. That's why I said some of it. There are portions of the Apocrypha that is written in Hebrew, but the majority of the Apocrypha is written in Greek. So how did our Hebrew forefathers, how did Philo, how did Josephus, these were multilingual people. They were Hebrews that spoke both Greek and Hebrew. How did the authors of the New Testament, where they saw the name Joshua or Yehoshua, how did they transliterate it into the Greek? Now, we both can agree you don't know more than them. You're not more educated than our Hebrew forefathers who spoke multiple languages. You're not more educated than them. Can we agree on that? Can we agree on that?
No, definitely, no. Yeah, definitely. I definitely
agree with that. So when I go to the Apocrypha, why is it that they transliterate the name Joshua into the Greek the same exact way the name Jesus is spelled in the Greek language in the New Testament.
They were
already doing this.
Right. The very same reason why, before you made the brother from Torah Nice draw back a nub, the very same reason why you say they would listen to commentaries from rabbis, but not listen to the commentaries from the Israelites in the first century contemporary with Yahshua.
That is incorrect. And can you show me? Hold up. You just made a statement. Can you show us in history that that's why they transliterated it like that? Can you show us that? You can't just make blanket statements like they did this because this. I'm telling you that's how they transliterated, and I can take you to Philo, and I can take you to Josephus. I can take you to when the Septuagint was first created and give you the history and prove it. Now, you're saying they did it because they were listening to some rabbis or whatever. Now, can you provide us a historical source stating that that's why they did it? Can you do that?
Yeah. The simple fact that no Hebrew manuscript of the New Testament is survived today. It's all in Greek.
No, that's not what I asked. That's not what I asked. No, that's not what I asked. I asked, can you show us that the reason why they transliterated Yehoshua into the Greek, Philo did it, Josephus did it, all the writers of the Apocrypha did it when they mentioned Joshua, and all the authors of the New Testament did it. Why did all of our Hebrew forefathers transliterate Yehoshua to say Jesus in the Greek? You said they did it for the same reason why the Torah Knights pulled back a nub, meaning I guess you got to cut their hand off or something or leg, right? You said for the same reason they were listening to the commentary of the rabbis. That's fine. Now you have to provide us a source. Either substantiate or suffocate.
My source is...
So substantiate that claim. Okay.
Right.
I'm online. Where do I go? You say your source. Okay.
Right. My source or my proof for this or my evidence for this is that there is no surviving original manuscripts in Hebrew.
Bro, that's not answering my question. I'm not asking you. I did not ask you why there's no surviving manuscript. You gave me a why.
That's why you're not going to find the name Yahshua.
No. Listen, brother. You said you can't be forgetting what you said. You said, listen to what you said. You're an intelligent brother, so I know you understand what I'm saying. You said the reason why they transliterated Yehoshua, all of them, to say Jesus is because they were listening to the commentary of these rabbis, and obviously you're thinking that this commentary is wrong or bad advice, and that's fine. What I'm asking you to do is take us to where it says that specifically we came up with Jesus because we were listening, got some bad advice or some unrighteous or some wicked, however you want to word it, from some rabbis. Now, either give me a source on that where I can go. I'm online, right? I'm in front of my computer. I'm ready. Show me where I can read that, or kindly let me move on to the next caller.
There's not going to be evidence showing that these people changed the name Yeshua to Jesus. It's not going to be there. But what
I'm not talking about. Who said anything about Jesus? We're not talking about Jesus. We're talking about Yesu and Yehoshua. Jesus came much later. We're still in the Greek and the Hebrew. You jumping like 1,500 years into the future. We're still. We got to deal with Yesu.
You got to excuse me. Yesu.
Okay, but Yesu is a transliteration of Yehoshua. Then from Yesu, it goes into the Latin, and you get Iesus. And then when the I developed into the J, because at first the J, as we know it today, was just a fancy way of writing an I with a hook. And then it eventually evolved into its own alphabet, and that's why people started pronouncing it Jesus or Jesus. It's just transliteration. That's all that is. It's not a sin to transliterate something. You have to transliterate something when you're trying to write something in one language to another. I cannot transliterate.
So you don't think that's in violation of the two verses of Scripture, Exodus 3:15, when it says
because if it was no Hebrew. No, it's not a violation of that because every Hebrew Israelite did it. They did. Your opinion is wrong. Every Hebrew Israelite did it. When we went into the Babylonian captivity, we transliterated the name into Babylonian. When we went into the Persian captivity, we transliterated. Yes, it is.
That. The same way you asked for.
Dude, look up. I'm telling you where you can find it at. Look up Persian translation of the Tanakh, and then look at the name as it appears. It's written in Persian. They didn't leave it written in Hebrew characters and wrote the rest of the text in Persian. Every ancient text you see.
That's not what I'm asking you.
I'm talking about transliteration. Do you know what transliteration is? Let's get that right. Do you know what transliteration is?
Right. I know the transliteration is. It's a way that they changed the name from its original language to their language.
They wrote it. They tried to write it. To literate something means to be able to read it. Like you say, you're literate.
Right.
So when you're transliterating something, that means you're moving something or transforming something from one language to another to make it legible in that language. What you're trying to convince the people and me is that transliteration is a sin.
They can't pronounce those words, and when they do it,
it's
still
wrong.
To that
that's not
name.
the only time
it's
that's
not going to be
no,
totally
that's wrong.
different.
No,
it's going to be
no,
some way
that's
in
not
some
wrong.
form similar to that name. And when you say
of course it will be similar if it's look, you're ignorant, brother. You don't know what you're talking about. I just got to tell you straight up, you don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
You don't understand anything about linguistics. You don't understand anything about phonetics or anything. You're just coming out here making a bunch of statements. You haven't done. It's obvious to anybody who's listening. You have done little to no research on this topic. You're just coming up here giving your opinion. That's why every time I ask for a source, you can't provide anything. You're just telling us how you feel. You're trying to convince the people that transliteration is a sin. How can it be a sin when every Hebrew who ever had to make the word of God appear written in another language, they did it. You're not sinning when you do that. I'm sorry, bro. I'm going on to the next caller because you want to just keep going back and forth. You have no proof. You have no sources. And you want to argue. And that's what people like to do. They want to call in with no evidence, no proof. He's saying it's common sense. When you say common sense, you can't say something is common sense about something you got to study. I can't say algebra is common sense. I can't say anthropology is common sense. These are fields that you actually got to study and be learned in. What happened to our people, Antoine? Well, we take things that got ology on the end of it and try to say it's a matter of common sense. If it has ology on the end of it, sisters and brothers, you got to do some studying. You can't just start speaking on it. You follow what I'm saying?
Right, Doc, could you break down really quick, real fast, just surmise real quick what it means? Because I think he said something about Exodus 3 and 15 or something like that, where it talks about the memorial.
Right. This is what, okay, and I'm there. I'm already there.
Break down what that means.
And I was going to break it down. Yeah. This is what it says. Right. And God said moreover to Moses, thus shall you say unto the children of Israel, the Lord God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, have sent me unto you. This is my name, Hebrew, Shem, forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations. When you go to the Hebrew, you look up that Hebrew word, Shem. It doesn't just mean a label like my label is Bro.Josh. It also means my character or my authority or how you remember me, the stuff that I say. Why do you think when you go to Leviticus, sisters and brothers, every time God gives a law, he'll say, I am the Lord. Have y'all ever noticed that when y'all reading your Tanakh? He'll give a law, he'll say, I am the Lord. Why do you think he said, I am the Lord after he gave you a law? Because he's trying to show you that I'm autographing this stuff. This stuff comes from me. So when you think about I am the Lord, this is a reflection of my character. These laws are a reflection of my character. He is holy. His character is holy. That's why he said, be ye holy, for I am holy. When he said his name is holy, his name, he's not talking about properly pronunciating it. Or if you slip on the tongue and say Yahweh instead of Yahweh, you're profaning the name. No. When he say his name is holy, he means his character is holy. That's why he said, be ye holy, for I am holy. These people don't understand Hebrew idioms. You can't approach something like linguistics and try to say it's common sense. No. What's common sense is that you don't want to do no research. You don't want to go to school and learn this stuff. That's what's wrong with our people now, Antoine. We want to remain in ignorance and speak like we know something. You ain't done any research, brother, but you got a lot to say. Don't talk about stuff that you don't know about, even if Tanakh tells you that, and it's in the Apocrypha. If you don't know, it says in Ecclesiastes or Sirach, it says, put your hand over your mouth. The problem is you got too many people who want to come on Debate Talk for You who have done little to no research in a particular study, and they want to keep going back and forth with you. Shut up. You don't know anything because you ain't did the research. It's not because you're stupid. It's not because you refuse to learn. You just don't know. That's why Brother Josh don't come on here and talk about microbiology. I don't know nothing about no microbiology. I don't know nothing about that. When I was debating Raheem will tell you, he asked me, do you understand or know anything about the Arabic language? I said, no. That's what I told him. I'm not going to come on here and try to debate with an Arabic speaker about the Arabic language. How dumb is that? But our people love to do that. We love to speak on things that we know little to nothing about. And then you get mad at me because I'm asking for sources. Don't call in here trying to get me to believe something from history or from linguistics or from science or from history if you don't got a source for me. If you ain't got a source for me, I'm going to tell you to kick rock. I'm just keeping it real. But you can go to the next call, Sal.
All right, let's go to the next caller. Let's go to 240-731. You're live in air.
Hey, Brother Sal. Hey, Josh, Antoine, this is Brother LeVar. I had to three-way with Brother KC, just like you had to. Yeah, man, I had to, because I can't call in and blog talk myself.
Keep talking on LeVar. Hold on 1 second. I'm listening to you. I'm going to be back in a second. Keep talking. I'm listening.
Yeah, I had to call Brother KC and get him in because tie in with his line because I had the same issue that you had, just so people know you ain't playing about having to, call Antoine up. I think Brother Josh and myself both have Metro PCS, and for whatever reason, we cannot call in directly to this number. But the first thing I wanted to go ahead and chime in on, although I'm disappointed with the debate, I'm actually happy that this actually happened, dealing with certain individuals that come online and display just bad character. We have a rule within our congregation is that if you're going to be going back and forth with people online, disrespecting them, you can't be a part of us. We ain't with all the coonery and the buffoonery. And I'm telling you right now, and I've been thinking about this a lot lately, this era that we live in, this whole social media era has brought out a lot of ignorance in people. And if you want to be a part of that clickbait, I'm calling people out even when they're not disrespecting me, and that stuff goes against the Bible. We are not about that. So, I like how Brother Josh has explained earlier, and I'm doubling down on that, that if you are part of us, we don't tolerate that stuff. You can't be a part of us just disrespecting people online. And we ain't about that, because just like you was breaking down how God's name is holy, that's talking about a reputation. We're trying to uphold a certain standard within our people. We're not trying to be ignorant and acting like coons and monkeys and ignorant niggas, and I'm going to just go ahead and say it like that, because that's how people expect us to act, because they're ignorant themselves. But the whole point is there's been a lot said about certain individuals, and I would like to say, like, Sal, I'm not trying to put you out there, but Brother Bleedo did, in fact, have a debate 1 year. I think this was around 2014 or 15. And, of course, we have these conference calls. And even with Brother Sal, he tried to pull some nonsense about having to go first. Sal has witnessed ignorance himself. And I know Sal tries to be unbiased. He tries to be fair. And he wants to have just, everybody being cool. But everybody ain't cool. Sal has experienced his ignorance with Brother Judah Nazareth himself. This is not nothing that we're making up. So when you guys go online and we come out and we do a class and it's uploaded to social media, whether it be Facebook or shared by other individuals on their YouTube pages or Sal's YouTube page or whatever, we already know that we hold this standard. You will never catch none of us on there throwing out crazy comments. We ain't about that. So, no, nobody is on here trying to grandstand or nothing like that. But these dudes be trying to play the victim and I'm simply saying kick rocks. This is why I deleted my Facebook a while back, because I don't even want to get sucked into that stuff. Because if I see you coming at one of mine, I'm coming for your neck. Anybody that knows me know I ain't about that. I ain't about letting people who I'm close to get disrespected. But I had to go ahead and fall back because I didn't want to get sucked down into that. Now, dealing with the debate itself, it is clear to me and anybody that's been studying with ABT for a while, all these dudes converting to Tanakh only don't read history at all. Again, I'm going to reiterate what Josh had said earlier. The point he made is that these dudes jump ship early. They abandon the New Testament, and all they do is go online and read these commentaries from fake Jews. That's just the truth of the matter. You guys are following commentaries from Khazarian Jews that came way later than the original thought and points that the Hebrews believed way before the New Testament arrived. There's an individual that when I ain't going to name no names because I don't want dudes thinking that I'm grandstanding, but it was an individual that was a staunch New Testament hater when he decided to put the New Testament down. And he came on here and he wanted to have a debate. Since then, we ain't heard nothing from the brother, but he had a debate. And one of the first things he wanted to say was all these verses in the New Testament, quoting the Old Testament, all these things are just taken from Christian commentaries. So what he was implying was that everything written in the New Testament came after like 1600, like that's where it came. And then brothers want to talk about the Council of Nicaea. Can't even name two people that was at the Council of Nicaea, but want to tell you what happened there. Like all this stuff is nothing hard to research. All you got to do is pick up a daggone encyclopedia. It's not hard. But I want to come back and just say real quick that I've always enjoyed the teachings and the lessons, and I'm happy that I didn't abandon the New Testament so quick. I don't understand how you could abandon a belief system so quick and then attack that belief system that you just believed in within 4 to 5 months after you abandon it. Dude, you ain't learned enough yet to be attacking nothing. You need to sit down. That's what I'm saying. How are you trying to debate somebody on a belief system that you just adopted? You just adopted this stuff. When I left the Sunday church, I ain't say nothing for about 5 or 6 years. I didn't just jump out there just because I abandoned that belief system and just start jumping out here trying to debate people. It took me a while, and even then when I first started debating, I wasn't no good at it. I could sit here and admit that. No, I wasn't. But you gotta grow, and you gotta match stuff up and take your time. All these guys who have been on this particular forum are new to being Tanakh only. Let's just keep it real. None of them dudes was born as being Tanakh only. None of these dudes. But they got everything to say. I just like to say, even though the debate didn't happen, I'm glad it went the way it went. Because this has come from Brother LeVar. A lot of y'all dudes, Bleedo, yes, Bleedo, yes, you. Chris Harris, yes, you. Y'all fake. False humility. I can respect Bleedo for at least saying, no, I'm coming straight out. I ain't trying to have no brotherly love with you, Brother Josh. I don't like you. But what I don't respect about the brother is he had a debate with Josh way back in like 2013 about when does the day start. You know what happened? He lost that debate. And you want to know what happened after that? He used the same information that he got beat with and used it on somebody else on this platform. But then you want to talk about how much you can't stand, bro. That's the fake stuff I can't stand. I'm just going to put that out there.
He debated me. Let's make sure everybody got clarity on this. He debated me on when a day starts. I told him, and the debate is still on the Debate Talk for You, so y'all can look this up, right? I told him the Bible defines when the day starts in two ways. You got the day starting the actual 24-hour period from the next 24-hour period. That begins in the evening. And then you have a start of the day, which is the daylight hours. That's how the Bible defines the start of a day, and you got to get the context to know which one he's talking about. That was my position. Bleedo's position, he ignored all of the 24-hour ones, and he just wanted to hold on to the beginning of the daylight hours one. I told him, you're right, Bleedo, but that's not the only way the Bible defines a day. That's what I was saying. What does he do? He argued me tooth and nail, get on social media next week. I crushed Josh. I smashed Josh. A few years later, maybe 2, he's on another forum arguing my stuff.
Yeah.
That's fake. Didn't even come back on Sal's show and say, you know, Josh, I stand corrected. You were right. And in fact, I'm going to use your argument in another debate. Now, I don't want no glory. But it's the same guy, which after doing that, still on social media, dropping salt on me. This guy stealing my stuff. Judah Nazareth on social media, telling people. Sal, remember my documentary? He helped me promote it. I got a screenshot right now that I saved that I can read that Judah Nazareth posted on the global media, television, telling people on social media. I didn't even know who Judah Nazareth was when I started working on my documentary, and I was done with it before he even started saying anything about me, right? He's on social media telling people I hijacked all his information and used it to make a documentary. So he's lying on me. I got the screenshot, people. See, y'all think these people care, and they're doing little stuff like this, and they're being all slick and sly, and then they come on Debate Talk for You and act like they care about somebody, and they come with this false humility. These dudes online lied about me. Bleedo hijacking my argument, and Judah Nazareth trying to take credit for something I did before I even knew he existed.
Now let's
But
not
these
forget
people looking at me like I'm crazy. Go ahead. What you say?
Let's not forget what else Judah Nazareth did. When you came out to promote that documentary on Global Media Inc. with Brother Basim, remember? This dude was trying to be allies, trying to be cool, trying to be friends. Talking about, Josh is going to need help to deal with these Egyptologists. Dude, you have no idea how many people we got in our congregation. We don't need none of y'all help. You don't understand. We are a unit. We don't need none of y'all. We just laying low. We letting other people shine on Debate Talk for You. We chilling. You feel me? We ain't trying to get glory and all that. The whole point is he's trying to be allies, and then he turn around. As soon as all that died down, we enemies again. That's fake. Stop being fake.
Hey, can I be heard?
Now look, look. Let me read this. Let me read this too. This is on the this is still up too. Yeah, I'm pulling all the curtains out tonight. This is still up. This is on the LaRon Campbell's channel, because LaRon, shout out to LaRon Campbell, he was promoting my documentary on his channel too. This is what Judah Nazareth said. See, y'all don't understand that these guys harass us relentlessly, and for years. And for years too. It ain't like 1 or 2 times for a few months. For years, nonstop. And then when we say something back, they want to come on Debate Talk for You and try to make it seem like we just mean, ABT just arrogant, they think they know everything. No, these people bother us. We ain't studying them. But let me show you what he said. This is him talking to LaRon Campbell or G-Con. He said, G-Con, most of all Brother Josh brought out was brought up by me a few years ago. Let's keep it real. Wow. Didn't I use this exact penis worship against Josh when he said he was a Luciferian and a Mason? If you look at my class, it's still on my YouTube channel. It's called The Two Masons and the Two Lucifers, where I break down that the original morning star is Jesus Christ and Satan is imitating that morning star as Lucifer. And I did The Two Masons, where the original master builder was Jesus Christ. On this rock will I build my church. And that the fake master builder is Nimrod. And that's where everybody getting his paganism from. I made a clear distinction between the two. And after that brother saw that video, he went out and told everybody I worship the devil. That's what he did. Y'all can go look at that video right now, and I make a clear distinction. But let me finish reading this. He said he said, then Sal, then he take a shot, said Sal. Then Sal, Josh, and the others are banding together to block me out. I didn't block him out. Basim said he don't want Judah Nazareth on his show. You know why he didn't want Judah Nazareth on his show? Because Judah Nazareth was being Judah Nazareth to Basim. He started attacking that brother for no reason. See, this is the type of retarded stuff they do. They attack you, then they want to team up with you. But look what it says, though, right? When they know the people roll with us and will go against the Torah enemies. I personally believe Sal is a Mason as well. And the others who work with Josh. So now we Masons now, just because I don't want to do any joint ventures with him. And this is after we were beefing as well. This was after that, right? Because LaRon later put the show up, and by that time, man, Judah Nazareth were beefing, right? This is what he said. And the others who work with Josh, anyone who listens to him will see this is a rehiring my teachings. He said, I'm taking his teachings. I think he meant to say rehashing, but he said rehiring, right? If I'm not mistaken. I don't know what he meant, but I think he asked rehiring. I offered the lime branch, but I see Josh smacked it down. No, I did not. Basim asked me, do I mind if Judah Nazareth be on the panel? And I said, it's okay with me. Basim said, well, I don't want him on there. And that's why he didn't get through. And Basim from Global Media will tell you that himself. Even after all the stuff he had been saying about me, y'all, even after making videos about me, y'all, I still told Basim I'm cool with him sharing the panel with me to deal with these Egyptologists. That's what I said. And Antoine came under here later on and was trying to explain to him Josh didn't have nothing to do with that. That was all Basim's decision. He on there going off on me. But this is what I don't understand. Why would this guy be shocked that I don't want to do nothing with him when you've been making videos attacking me for the last 3 or 4 months? Who would be shocked at that? This is how you know something wrong with these people. You get on social media and you make dozens of videos talking about people you don't even know. And then when that person does something that you like, you already done burnt the bridge. For all Judah Nazareth know, if he would have just came friendly from the jump, hey, man, you know, I ain't messianic, you know, I don't believe in that New Testament, but, yo, I like what you do, brother. I like that whole Egypt thing. Hey, why don't you hook up with me, man? We can tag team them together. Well, I'm going to be on Basim show next week, bro. You reach out at them. Maybe we can do that. He didn't do that. What these guys want to do, they want to shoot first. They want to come in your neighborhood and shoot up your whole neighborhood, and then they want to turn around and sit down and have a talk. That's how they get down. You know what I'm saying? No, we ain't finna sit down and talk and you just roll up in my neighborhood shooting. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? They all do it, right? But let me show you what else he said. He says, but I can easily find a comedic and arm him to rebuttal Josh, which will in turn make the Torah side even stronger. So he's talking about finding a comedic that will rebuttal me. So because he thought I didn't want to do nothing with him, he telling people I can find somebody that can debunk Josh documentary. Who does this type of stuff? Who follows the Torah? Torah don't tell us to be vindictive and act like that. But this is how these brothers. Oh, and there's more. I ain't gonna read it all to y'all. Y'all get the picture. But there's more. This is how these brothers get down. They come on here and they act crazy. Listen to this. Let me show y'all this. I got to read this to you. And he's aiming this at Antoine on the LaRon Campbell's channel. Look what he says. Antoine. So then LaRon did it, correct. But I've been on LaRon's show several times because Antoine was trying to convince him that I didn't have anything to do with that. And I didn't. Right? He says, all of a sudden, Josh is on biting my whole S word. This dude said, he's on social media trying to take credit for my documentary. I didn't even know this dude. Never seen any of his stuff. Nobody talks about this kind of stuff. Everybody that said ABT just to sit back and let people do this stuff to us, and then we say something bad. You got Chris Harris, you slandering my boy. Dude, he was slandering us before he was your boy. He was attacking me before he was your boy. You can't team up with somebody who was attacking us first and then get mad because we're lumping you in with them. If you walk outside the house and you see some dudes in a van and everybody in the van shooting at you and you duck and you survive, and then that same van pull up and you see a dude you used to kick it with, he jump in the van with them. Now, he ain't shooting at you with them per se, but he chilling in the van while they shooting at you. He ain't trying to stop them. He ain't saying, hey, man, I'm cool with this dude. What y'all doing? He just sitting there smiling alone. He taking little cheap shots himself. He might shoot at your feet a little bit or shoot over your head to try to scare you, but he out there shooting at you with him. He ain't shooting to kill necessarily. You know what I'm saying? That's what accomplice. He's an accomplice, dude. Ain't nobody from ABT gonna do no junk like that to me. Antoine ain't finna be on here on Debate Talk with you with me on LeVar and then go out and then I see them on somebody else channel dogging me. We don't do like stuff like that to each other. But I'm gonna finish reading it because this stuff coming out tonight. Look what it said. Biting my whole S and I can't even view it. Now hold up. Now listen to this. I'm biting this stuff, but he can't view it. So if you can't even see what I'm doing, how you know I'm biting your stuff? You see how stupid that sounds? How can you say somebody is copying you and then admit in the net, bro, I can't even see what they talking about because I got blocked out? How do you know I'm copying you if you ain't even allowed to see the show? All you know is I'm attacking Kemet. And if you saw my documentary, Judah Nazareth, because I started looking at this stuff after he said that, he has nothing online that goes into the detail that I have in my documentary. Nothing. Don't even come close. That bootleg stuff with him in front of the camera aimed at a computer, that's the stuff he's comparing to my high definition, music in the background, 4.5-hour, well put together documentary. Are you kidding me? You think that's where I got my inspiration from, that bootleg junk you pumping out? Be serious. You ain't got nothing of the quality on your channel that comes close to my documentary. I'm not bragging or boasting. I'm just keeping it real. I'm not saying you can't do it, but don't sit up here and try to make people think I'm ripping off that bootleg junk you have on your channel where you bumbling over words, can't even hold the camera still. Dude, you're aiming your camera at a computer. Don't you think you can buy a little miniature tripod and just set it in place? You got the money. Come on, man. We started off bootleg, but come on, man. When you can do better, you're supposed to do better. You know what I'm saying? Put some quality into your stuff. But this is the stuff he claiming I'm copying for him. But look what else it says. I was on the phone for almost 2 hours. Since when does Sal not answer calls? You Negroes are faker than Adidas with 4 stripes. Beat it, fella. And he's aiming it at Antoine. So now I'm fake because I don't want to do a project with somebody who just last month had done 3 videos against me for no reason. But I'm fake because I don't want to. How stupid do these people think we are? That we're supposed to team up with people who are openly trying to hurt us. That's how you know something wrong with these people. These people not playing with a full deck because they want to attack you. They want to sit down and go out to lunch with you. This ain't no show. This not no play. Well, me and Antoine act like we can't stand each other, and then when the show over, we go out and have a beer together. You know, that's how they do in real life. You might be watching like The Walking Dead, you know, and you got Jeffrey Dean Morgan, that's Negan, and you got Norman Reedus, that's the guy that played Daryl. And on the show, you know, they can't stand each other. But yeah, they got another show, a biker show they do, where they friends in real life. See, this is the type of stuff they want to do. They want to come on Sal's show and turn it to a show. That's what they want to do, turn it into a show. And then they want to turn around in the background and we all friends. That's fake. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that. I don't want to be friends in the background and act like we bickering in public. I don't like that. That's fake. You know, but I just want to throw that out there so y'all can see this. Go ahead.
Hey, can I say just one thing, man? This is Brother KC, man, also known as
Go
Brother
ahead.
King.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, man. The thing is, man, that these people don't realize, man, since we putting it on the tape. We learned this, the Word of God, to live it. We learn it to live it. You got Brother Zadok, right, and you got the Knesset of Jesus. Learn it to live it. You have Sin No More Ministries with my dear brother Stanley. Learn it to live it, right? And there are an innumerable amount of brothers and sisters, right, in ABT, right, that these people don't realize that we're family, man. They don't, man. I don't think they just think that ABT is just Bro.Josh. No. They don't have a clue. They have no clue how deep ABT is when it comes to this Word of God, man. It's a family thing, man. It's not just some sort of gang or a group or whatever. And I mean, it just gets sickening, man. I mean, they always coming at you, and I mean, man, it just, you know, we're just getting tired of it, man. We're getting tired of it. But, you know, I just want to just put it out there, man.
I'm tired of the phoning it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, all the false humility. Oh, you know, I'm just coming on. I just want to apologize to you right now. And, man, get out of here with that, man. As soon as you apologize and then soon something gets under your skin, turn right back to what you were doing the first time. You know, I'm like, whatever.
That's right.
Whatever. So, you know, I just want to say, man, I mean, we got too many brothers. Man, we got like Brother Kevin, Brother Jeff, the other Jeff, Brother Stan. We got Brother Joey, Jason, Tommy, Felix, Abdul, Sound Mind, Brother Boaz. We got so many brothers, man. It's not even funny, man. But we're a family, man. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. We actually care. We actually care about each other.
Exactly. It's not a game, man. We learn this to live this. And they want to treat it as it's some kind of game. Oh, I challenged you, and I won. What did you win? And you know who, man, the fool who keeps coming on Sal's show talking about, oh, I beat you, I won, I challenged you, I won this. You know who I'm talking about. Like, dude, come on, man. This is not a game. This is not a game, man. This is real life. This is the word of God, man. This is what we are trying to live. We are doing our best to get salvation so that we can have everlasting life. This is not some sort of sport. It's not a sport.
Right.
And we're getting tired of it, man. I mean, these guys come on here with this foolishness, man. It's just getting ridiculous. You know, I'm sorry if I sound like I'm getting upset, but I am getting upset. Because they keep
and that's another
calling
thing, too. And let me throw this out here, too, because Sal said earlier when I was reading a comment, from under his YouTube channel, we got kids listening. If you got people posting stuff under your YouTube channel that I can't read on your show, then I need to be posting under your YouTube channel. This is a family-oriented show. Not just when we're live on the air, but also in the comment section. You know, this ain't a shot at Sal, but if I can't read it across the air, then they don't need to be posting it. You follow what I'm saying? Because that's still the brand. I don't let people come on my YouTube channel, and I'm not because Sal get way more comments than I do. And there's no way he can monitor all of that. So I'm not saying that he just looking and don't care. So don't take it that way, Sal, because you get way more traffic than I get. So I can monitor mine a lot better than you, you know. But, I mean, if I'm reading stuff and you find it, you go, oh, delete it. But say it again, block.
You have already put it out there that those that put it out there on YouTube, right, we all know who those, that the group, these same individuals that go on the YouTube channel and put their little comments on there. I mean, because like me, myself, right, I used to comment. I used to get in there and I used to battle with them. No more, because that's stupid. That's silly. Because of the simple fact, when you just sit up there just typing things up, you're just a troll. That's all you are. You're a troll. You're sitting up there just waiting on somebody to put a comment, and I'm going to use this as an example. The other Jeff, you know, Jeff here in Maryland with me, he put comments in there. I told him, I said, Jeff, look, don't worry about it, bro. I said, don't waste your time. Your boy Bleedo, what do you mean? The first thing you do, just jump at me. What do you mean? What do you mean that he don't have to comment? What do you mean by that? Dude, I didn't even say anything to him. I didn't even comment back. And yeah, Bleedo, I'm talking about you. This is Brother Joaquin, a.k.a. Brother KC, the same brother that you wanted to come at, and I told you that you were a fool. But right now, man, it's just really stupid. You're stupid. And I'm sorry if I offend you, oh well. But this is what you are. Because
and Brother Joaquin, and let's point out too, Brother Joaquin, that I got brothers who are new to ABT. And they will call me up and say, one of my brothers named Mike Porter, he called me up one day. We talk a lot. He called me up one day. He said, Brother Josh, do you know who this Bleedo? You ever heard of a Bleedo guy? I said, yeah, I heard about him before. You know, what about him? Well, I posted something under one of your videos on Debate Talk for You, and all I just said was, decent video or whatever. He said, this guy came over here and started going off about you to me. Yeah. Right? What's up with that? It's another brother named Drake. He told me the same thing last week. He said Bleedo did it to him.
Yeah. I've had, I've had interactions with Drake, and I've had interactions with, all the brothers, anybody that has said anything positive about ABT, he will jump in there and would just start just throwing salt at you, I would call it throwing salt. I'll just call it that. They'll just start coming at you.
It don't even matter if the person is a member of ABT. He can just be some random dude. And he'll go in there and he'll start attacking. He did it on the global media. Y'all go under these videos that we naming to y'all so y'all can know we're not making this stuff up. I'm telling y'all, no matter what I do or somebody from ABT does, if he recognizes the names and he's learned the names, if he see anybody on there from ABT just saying good job or good representation, whatever, and it ain't got to be anybody from ABT. Anybody. And now Judah Nazareth don't start doing it. If they do like good video, them dudes gonna swarm on them like locusts and start trying to tear us down.